That's it.
The home of the Chargers. Fans. 1015 KGB. San Diego's classic rock.
1015 KGB FM, San Diego, the best of Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw. Saturday morning, boy, you're hanging out with you, playing back the good stuff that we've done all this past week. Brumbo Brain Bowl on the show today. Chainsaw Sports, Dave's Celebrity News. If you missed the Orange Bowl last week and the flap about it, we will have some horrifying details about the halftime show for you. Last Wednesday on the show, Dave gets a facial and comes one step closer to popping out of the closet. Plus, we'll talk about our highlights, our vacation highlights. This, our first week back. Let's get into it. You've got into the best of Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw. This is the 1015 KGB FM. This is the Weekend KGB.
All right, I want to hear some highlights of vacation. I was really worried about Jill for a little bit. Somewhere, sometime, while I was on vacation, it occurred to me she had gone wisely, as we all wish to India for Christmas.
Because who doesn't?
She is crazy, you know.
Who doesn't want to see a Santa with a little bindi dot on its forehead?
Yes, I'm saying ho-ho.
We were worried, too, and left a message on Boyer's voicemail, like, oh, gosh, I hope she's okay.
Yeah.
And then I talked to you after that and found out that you had discovered she was okay, but no.
Yeah, hope, Glommer.
No response from Boyer.
You know, I apparently didn't get a few messages because one of other Jill's friends called, and I didn't get it.
So they all say.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was nice because
Archie came back sick.
Well, yeah.
Imagine that.
Huh.
Yeah.
You fly to a third world country where you're on the train and you have to go to the bathroom, so you lift the lid and you can look straight down into the railroad tracks.
Into the tracks. It's just a hole.
Yeah, it's a hole.
Yeah.
Makes you want to be an Indian railroad worker, doesn't it?
And let me guess. I mean, she went there, she got sick. She came home, she got sick. She was in India for Christmas, and let me guess, it was a thrill. And she loved it.
She'd been a couple of times before, but she did enjoy it.
Oh, here she is. Hey. Hey.
Hey, brother.
How are you?
I'm feeling better. How are you?
I heard you came back ill.
Oh, God. But let me tell you about the highlights.
How's that new Deli Belly working on you?
That's what I went over there to lose.
Oh, God.
So here's the highlight. Let me preface by saying how much I appreciate Chris for forcing me to go to the emergency room because it shows how much he cares. However, this is what going to the emergency room with Chris Boyer is like.
Oh, God.
Why were you in the emergency room?
Well, because I have the flu,
Oh, dear.
but he had gone on to the CDC website and determined that I probably had malaria. So he insisted that I get out of bed, and we're going right now. This conversation is over. You're going.
This conversation is over. How high was your fever?
He did one of those ear things, which he couldn't read, so he doesn't know how high it was.
An ear thing you can't read. Oh.
Well,
Were you
all I
smoking
had
in the
was an infrared temperature gun for working on the car.
Turkey baster.
Hold your head, Jill. Be still.
What a lame
An automotive turkey pastry jammed into her ear.
So I tried to jam it in my own ear and then
that's
read it
accurate.
and then jam it in
Right.
her ear. And go, that looks a little
I
hotter
can't
than
tell
mine.
you what your temperature is, but your points and plugs are excellent.
Maybe it's a rectal engine thermometer.
Gotta put it into the exhaust pipe.
Let me see your tailpipe.
Banana
So
in
we
the top
get
part.
there, and Dr. Boyer starts the day by inspecting the metal hooks for the IV bags to make sure the welding was done properly on them.
Now, wait a minute. We had been there for some time before I did that.
Right. So it was 11 seconds before the ADD kicked in and you started fidgeting with the equipment.
it was then followed by him double-checking the bed to make sure that it was safe for me to go up and down on it. But I was still in the bed, and I was sick, and it's like,
What kind of up and down
going
are we
up,
talking?
going sideways. He's doing the whole inspection.
Oh, my
Then
God.
the doctor comes in, and he goes on to have a discussion with this guy about using the correct bacterial soap.
Oh.
I know. The doctor hates me now. He can't wait to take blood from me.
And then spit in it.
Oh, my God. And the worst was we'd been there like 5 hours, so we're totally slappy. We're so hungry. And then the person next to us, she's in so much pain, and you hear the doctor go, "So, can you tell me, have you always had inverted nipples?" And Chris is like, "What?"
Well, is there some sort of illness going around that causes your nipples to suck into your body
Well,
cavity?
you could have cancer, the doctor says.
Oh,
Did not know that.
didn't know that either.
Yeah, well, that was my day with Chris. He's just like, "Oh, my God."
And yes, ladies and gentlemen, Inverted Nipples is my new band.
Now, is this a chronic?
Are these your inverted nipples?
I mean, yeah.
No such luck.
The girl next to you.
Yeah, the girl next to me.
Wow.
It's nasty being in the ER because you hear everybody's symptoms, and it's so tough to stifle.
Yeah, I was in there when a Bromwitz fell out of my birthday cake. And there was a little kid who'd cut his head open.
Oh.
And they were stapling his head together.
Oh, gee.
And I don't know what that is. Is it some sort of punishment that they do to children? Listen, because you were so stupid to have cut your head open, we're going to make the pain 1,000,000 times worse now by stapling it.
As bad as that was, though,
Together.
it was nothing compared to what I got for New Year's Eve. 'Cause I come home from my deli trip, early, just so I can spend it with Chris on New Year's Eve. Get home, get in the room, and he's just wet with anticipation of what he's got to tell me. He's just glistening. He's like, "I've been thinking a lot about this. I think you're going to be excited about it. I know you're eager with anticipation." And then
you're thinking that it's going to be some sort of thing between you two.
Yeah. Oh.
Like a ring or an invitation to live together.
Or, like a clean kitchen. The point is that, no. Then it happened. The vacuum seal 4300 entered my life.
Is this the food thing where you put your...
It's not just any food thing. That's a cheap imitation, David. The vacuum seal 4300 can do anything.
This is
With
an
an
industrial grade model.
What? What does it do?
It can make a croque
Chris, tell
monsieur
him.
sandwich,
Ah.
right?
Tell
No,
me what it does.
well, it's an impulse sealer, and it seals 1 mil to 6 mil plastic bags.
It's a what? Sealer?
It's one of those things where if you got a leftover sandwich,
Right.
you put a piece of plastic over it, it sucks out all the air.
Oh, yeah, see, but that's with a leftover sandwich. No, no, no. The vacuum seal 4300, what Chris did in anticipation of me coming home, he decided to wash the comforter at the laundromat. Well, with the vacuum seal 4300, you can take the used plastic from the Kirkland water bottle pack. You can go ahead and vacuum seal individual packets of laundry soap for the laundromat.
What a couple of dorks.
God.
Not only can you use it for that, but you can vacuum seal the pennies from your change box, which is what Chris did.
Why?
Oh, no, and then
Wait.
What?
Why?
I'm going to go to the bank, and I didn't want them sliding around in the truck and having to pick them up.
How about putting them in a jar?
that's
Coffee
what
can.
they were in.
Right.
Why'd you have to seal?
Because, coffee can, the top could come off. Plus, I didn't have an empty one.
You dork.
Well, I didn't have an empty one.
I don't believe you.
I did not have an empty
such a
coffee
dork?
How
can.
about a butter container?
A
How about a
bag.
bag?
A baggie.
What have you done for the
Ziploc.
previous
Ziploc
38 years of your life before you had the vacuum seal suckalocalypus?
Well, I put them in a box or something, and you go around the corner, and
Here's my box of pennies. You go around the corner and what?
the box slides over, tips over.
Oh, what a tragedy in your
Oh, you
life.
should
Hey,
have
Boyer.
seen the look on his face when I told him that I had thrown away the plastic coverings for our whack-a-mole game that we played, that
Yeah.
I threw out the baggie. He looked at me like I had just killed someone. He was so disgusted with my lack of recycling ability for the vacuum seal 4300.
What are you doing? I mean, these are great. They're like 2 mil, 2.5 mil plastic bags.
Rubber.
If it's so great, how come you spent 38 years without one? They just invented it, David.
No.
They have Ziploc,
Yeah.
You know, I seriously, I want to know.
Baggy.
I got a break for 60 seconds, but when we come back from this in 1 minute, I want to know exactly what says in a person, hey, India. I am going there for Christmas.
Great question.
Because I went somewhere for Christmas, but it wasn't India.
Really?
It wasn't nearly as glamorous or exotic
Aw.
as India.
I heard it was third world, though.
You hear about that. So, where are you going next Christmas?
The Philippines.
Of course you are. Start practicing now.
Maligayang
What, the
Pasko.
dog paddle?
Let's go to Napa, get a length of hose and a couple candles.
Or like a ping pong paddle.
Get your loose change ready now.
We love you a long time. I mean, when she gets back, we're going to the skee ball tournament at the Del Mar Fair, and she's going to pop those babies right in the chute.
Now, why exactly are you going to these places on the holidays?
Well, because Haley that's when she gets 2 weeks
This is your
off.
daughter?
Right. When she gets 2 weeks off, that's our only time to really go. And Delhi's too hot in the spring and in the summer. We needed to go when our friends were there because we were staying with them. So that's why we went then. And plus...
You know, you're saying this like it's the obvious place to go. Of course.
Well, no. I mean, because this is my third time there, and...
You'd think
I
you'd
go-
learn.
No kidding.
Jeez.
Because I volunteered at Mother Teresa's, and I wanted Haley to see it, and we had friends there, so we were able to go to other places, and so that's why we went at that time.
Yes, that's right, Ruth. She did say Mother Teresa.
He's dead.
I asked Robbie, who knew her, and we were staying with him. I said, "So what was it like knowing Nehru and Gandhi? What was Mother Teresa like?" And he goes, "Very ugly."
She was an ugly woman? Is that what he was
She's a
saying?
saint, and he said she was ugly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So anyway, but we had.
It's not like she was Miss World Class. Let's be
I didn't
honest.
think there was like a nun beauty pageant.
Be
or
frank
anything.
about this.
Well, all the other traits he could have attributed to her.
Right.
Generous, of spirit,
Giving,
wonderful woman.
peaceful.
Ugly.
Right.
Turn down that modeling contract.
Good night to see the Ravi Shankar has his priorities
Right.
straight.
This is what's coming up on UPN this fall. Ravi Shankar's next top model.
He's so Southern California.
I'm being so hot. So you're going to the Philippines because why?
Because I grew up there, and so, most people get to go home to where they grew up, see everything, but I haven't been able to go back. So a group of us, we get together every other year that we all went to high school with, and so we're all going back.
Now,
And
does
Haley's
it not
going with-
interest you in being with your boyfriend at the holidays?
I'm leaving the day after Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so we're planning it that way. But we had a great time. We did get robbed once, twice,
Just the twice.
but he only got money once. So that was actually kind of scary, but it was...
Now, in India, what do they rob you with? Like a dirt clod or what?
No, it was actually, we had just left the Taj Mahal, and I think this cop was watching us. It was a cop, and he pulled over our car, and the driver got out, and he just beat the driver to a pulp and left us stranded in this car and said he wanted a certain amount of rupees. I only had a certain amount, so he only got about $80. But left us there stranded. Nobody spoke English, no cell, in the middle of the night. So it was that actually was scary.
Where do I sign up for that kind of a trip? I want to go back.
The cop
But-
beat up your driver? Is that what you said?
Yeah, he beat him up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
the
that
cop
was
stole the
fun.
money?
I'm sorry?
The cop stole the money?
The cop took the money.
So the good guys are really the bad guys. It's
You
a
never know for
reverse
sure.
universe over there.
But we had taken a train that
Sounds
was...
logical.
Sure.
Boy,
just trying
gosh,
to follow.
Good times. Take me home.
But you know what? We made it. We
Yes.
were able to
Yeah.
survive.
And I can understand now why you want to go to even a crappier place.
What's weird, though, is that these third world countries, they all have the same amount of poverty, but in India, it's spiritual poverty. Whereas in the Philippines, it's just trash. So, but Haley, of course, was completely into the Ganges as we, walked down the Ganges and we're floating down on the boat, and she's like, we have to put our hands in here. It's spiritual water.
Drink
and
it.
A dead
Yeah,
cow
the poo water. And a dead cow floats
You're
by.
in
Hey,
the
Mom.
hospital.
Mom, let's go
floated
tubing.
by us.
Holy
It was
crap.
so gross. And
What
then-
kind of a crap mom are you? Why don't you be like a good mom and take your kid to Maui or something like that?
That we got that planned, but we're
When?
watching like these the whole
You're
deal
waiting
is
for a
people go
disaster.
to the Ganges because it's spiritual, blah blah blah. So they burn them in these funeral pyres, and we watch that, and then it's like this holy ash, and then they put it in the Ganges. Only as soon as they'd have these piles of ash, no matter what, a dog would come over and pee on the people.
That's
It's like you pay all this
spiritual.
money to go there, and then you get peed on.
You know, if you want to see a cow burn up, why don't you just go to Carl's Jr.? What the hell? I mean, that's
Al Capone wanted to do that.
It was Hedges.
Ashes.
Hedges.
So are you feeling better?
No, I feel better than I did yesterday.
What was your problem?
I have the flu.
No.
But I have to go back to the doctor for the next 3 days for blood tests because the malaria has the same symptoms as the flu.
Well, you did put your hands in a pooey river.
Yeah.
Didn't you get shots before you
It
went
was
there?
the mosquitoes, and Chris, of course, had me all set up with my deep mosquito, the mosquito net. He had everything. He wanted me to take it. What was it, honey?
Oh, the extractor.
He wanted me to take it.
Oh, yeah. I know all about that thing. If you get bit by a mosquito, you put this thing on.
Such the, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it keeps you from itching. I mean, if you don't have the disease, it still keeps you from itching
Because
the bite.
itching causes the infection, David,
Well, it
because of the
causes
piercing of the
discomfort.
epidermis.
But it removes the anticoagulant.
Yeah.
The mosquito injects into the.
His
So bottom
blood.
line, Chris, you're looking at January 10th at the soonest, huh?
Chris's face, because we'd been there so long, and I'm like, that's it, we're out of here. And so,
Has there been a reunion session?
Huh?
Has there been a reunion?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
There has? She could be incubating a disease.
Well, she probably was, but that's the only thing she'll be incubating. I've been clipped.
You know, you're reckless and a hypocrite.
Oh, here it comes. He's pointing at him.
I know.
He's pointing the
finger.
sports
Finger
finger.
pointing.
Yeah, it's fine. She did not have any symptoms of anything when she came back.
Oh, okay.
but you should have seen his face yesterday when I'm like, that's it, we're leaving. And so the doctor comes in, he's like, sorry, you've been here so long, but I was looking up on the CDC website some of the, things about malaria, and Chris just had this look on his face like, yeah, already checked it out.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that website too, Doctor.
If you're really horny and she's still fluid, you could wrap her head in the Succolotopus 4300 and not worry about any kind of transmission.
You can bag a Jeep, David.
3 weeks in India, she was fine. It was Boyer who made her sick.
Well, I'm glad you're safe and sound.
Thank you, and thank you for what.
Oh, yeah, Berger.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Berger.
That's right. That's what all the chicks say. Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw all morning.
Classic rock all day.
KGB 1015.
KGB.
Hurry into Rubio's Fresh Mexican Grill for their $1 fish taco sale. Get their world-famous beer-battered Baja-style fish tacos for $1 for a limited time at over 100 Southern California Rubio's locations.
John speaking.
John, this is Mike calling.
Calling to say how much you love the new house?
No, calling about the construction they just started across the street.
The neighbors are remodeling? Oh, that'll really raise your property value.
No, they're building a Mega Mart across the street. Did you forget to mention that when you sold me your home?
And spoil the surprise?
You-
Boy, I love to have a shopping center that close to my new house.
You're idea.
Hate surprises? Then come to Mossy Ford and Mossy Toyota on Mission Bay Drive in Pacific Beach. With the Mossy way to buy, you'll see all the information you need to make an informed car buying decision clearly displayed on the Instant Quote computer screen. The low Mossy value price, the interest rate, your trade-in value, and more. So come to Mossy Ford and Mossy Toyota, where the only surprise is how much money you'll save.
Guess you forgot to tell us about that motorcycle gang too, huh?
Ah, they're a swell bunch of guys. Once you get to know them. Try the Mossy way to buy.
Mossy Ford and Mossy Toyota, Mission Bay Drive in Pacific Beach.
Make the place everyone gathers the place everyone talks about. You can at the Home Depot. Create a spectacular kitchen with Silestone natural quartz countertops. Silestone resists scratching, scorching, and staining. And with prices starting at only $48 per square foot, you won't find countertops this tough at prices this beautiful. Plus, right now, if you hurry into the Home Depot or Expo Design Center, you'll get an additional 10% off select colors of installed Silestone or granite countertops. And the installation is backed by the Home Depot. With Silestone, you get up to 250 exciting choices. With the Home Depot, you get expert installation and peace of mind from start to beautiful finish. Turn your kitchen into a conversation piece. You can at the Home Depot. You can do it, we can help. Offer valid with purchase and installation through the Home Depot or Expo Design Center on select colors through 2205 in the U.S. only. Minimum purchase required, not valid with any other offer. See store for details. License numbers available at your local store or homedepot.com.
Hit me.
That's 21. You win.
I won. I beat the house. Who's a winner?
Sir,
I'm a winner.
you
Who's
can't
a winner?
do that
I'm a
here.
winner. Yeah.
Attention players. Casino Grande does not allow victory dances. Thank you for your cooperation.
What? They love my victory dance over at Golden Acorn Casino.
Do they thank you for winning their money, too?
Actually, they do.
At Golden Acorn Casino, we love to see our players win. So go ahead, shout, jump up and down, have fun. And this month, don't miss our Weekend Getaway giveaway. On Wednesday, January 12th, play for your share of $15,000. Then on January 26th, play for the grand prize, a new Keystone Hornet fifth wheel, plus big cash prizes. The fun starts at 6 p.m. at the luckiest place on earth.
Well, I'm going back to Golden Acorn Casino.
Can you put in a good word for me over there? Sounds like a fun place to work.
I'll see what I can do.
The luckiest place on earth, Golden Acorn Casino.
Just 30 minutes east of Alpine, right off Highway 8 at the Crestwood exit.
101.5 KGB, Dave Shelley and Chainsaw Show. Hang out with the Rock and Roll Patrol today, starting at noon, Section D2, Qualcomm Stadium. Ditch is broadcasting live from the queue. And while you're there, pick up your own KGB Down the Jets sign. If you got a national TV during the game with one of our signs, or you can make your own, we'll pay you $101. Then with the tailgate party broadcast wraps up at the Q, Mike Thomas will host the KGB Chargers playoff viewing party at the Bullpen in Kearney Mesa. Pop on over, watch the game. It's all part of the weekend KGB. Bullpen, Claremont Mesa Boulevard. It is next to Cheetahs. We will get into Chainsaw Sports coming up here shortly. Dave's Celebrity News. Right now, let's find out what else we did on our summer vacations. It's the best of DSC. You've got it here on the KGB. Sister?
Dave Rickard, Shelley Dunn, Cookie Randolph. Here on the radio with you. Chris Boyer is with us. Ruth is doing traffic. Emily's answering your phone calls. Chucko and Abramowitz are producing the sports and the news for you this morning here. Back at it in 2005. Turn it up. So can I hear the highlight of your vacation, please?
We had a lovely New Year's Eve at home.
Oh.
We were really quiet.
I fell asleep again. I screwed up. God, I'm such a lame ass.
Were you here in town? Or
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually made it till midnight and went up on the balcony upstairs and saw, there are like 3 different fireworks displays that we got to see. SeaWorld and somewhere on Coronado and somewhere on Soledad.
It is the ultimate, it's not the ultimate, but it's one of the classic symptoms of being lame.
Yeah.
Is if you fall asleep before midnight on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
But then I wake up and I'm like, it's a day on the calendar. It's a stupid holiday anyway.
Yeah, we liked toasting it and then tipping over at about 12:30.
I made it to about 11:20.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I remember laying down on the floor with my kids, and we were just kind of like spooning. And the next thing I know, it's 1:45.
Yeah, missed it.
Lame.
New Year, whatever.
Lame.
Yeah, it still
lame.
came. That's just the way it is. It's fine.
Okay, that was the highlight.
Well, that was one of the highlights. We had just a really nice.
I don't want to hear them
quiet
all. Okay, just give me one. The best one. Come on.
Okay, that was it. That was it.
Brother.
Just a nice quiet time.
Glass of booze at midnight. On a porch.
Oh, we had a roaring fire. We had the candles lit. I made a lovely dinner. We had
What'd you
champagne.
make?
Roast chicken, which was awesome, and vegetable-filled acorn squashes.
Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
it was great. It was
God.
awesome. Oh. Well, it was no Indian Express, but but we tried to eke through.
Sister, I didn't have that either.
What did you do? How does Chris Boyer celebrate New Year's Eve?
Jill and I were over. We had a couple of Jackson Cokes and We watched, I can't remember the movie we watched.
Oh, God, I'm sure it was with James Garner or something like that.
No such luck.
Oh.
I've seen all those, though. I mean,
I had TiVoed and erased all the promotional and commercial announcements.
I've got all the Rockfords on DVD video.
That's terrific.
And we sat around.
To have them vacuum sealed so that they don't slide out of the box.
No, these are all in a little individual little slots in the 4-to-a-page binder sheet. So it's in a notebook. You pop it open. And so we had a couple of adult beverages and watched.
David.
Did you stay up till midnight?
Regis, yes. Host the Dick Clark New Year's Rockin' Eve.
Was there any kind of hospy cam or anything like that where they kept checking in on Dick Clark to make sure that he was the old ticker was still pumping through New Year's Eve? I guess he's pretty grave.
But about every 6 minutes, Elton John here. Just want to wish you the very best, and gosh, John, hope you're with us next year live as always. Hi, it's Rod Stewart, and just everybody came out and did the "Hope You're Not Dead Yet" parade.
Poor Dick.
Hang in there, mate. And then we watched down Times Square. How are you going to celebrate? And it's like 12:01. The woman on the scene, man on the scene report. How are you two going to celebrate New Year's Eve? I'm going to ask the woman that I love to marry me. And the guy pops out this ring on national TV, and he's giddy, and he's on one knee, and the woman is inconsolable, and, oh, my God, how do I get out of this deer in the headlights? Oh, what do I do?
Not into it, huh?
Oh, no.
Oh, it
Sweet.
was
Sorry,
painful.
I missed that.
Oh, it was painful.
Sweet.
And the director's like, cut. Take four.
Jane, highlight?
Some unremarkable yet totally wonderful moments with both boys home and my wife. We had a wonderful dinner and got home fairly early. Had a wonderful time. I think maybe the most significant highlight was of a sporting nature, David.
I like sports.
I go to the Holiday Prep Classic at Torrey Pines, and Steel Canyon High School, right here in town, is playing the #1 high school team in the country, St. Anthony's Prep out of New Jersey, in this wonderful Holiday Prep Classic, attracting all the best teams in the country. And
they're playing what?
Huge underdog, basketball.
Okay.
2,200 people, overflow crowd. Steve Fisher was the coach of the Aztecs. He was there. All sorts of people around. It was like 3 deep, standing room only. And Steel Canyon takes St. Anthony's to overtime after a 12-point deficit, David. And then, like Hoosiers, they beat the #1 team in the country.
Is that right?
It was unbelievable.
Now, was it a real beat? I mean, was the #1 team in the country playing their real starters and all that?
Absolutely, they were. To win, this was a huge tournament, and it was just maybe one of the most outstanding sporting events I've ever seen, and they're still calling it maybe the most significant high school victory by a San Diego team in history.
What a thrill.
Steel Canyon High.
Ruth?
The highlights would have to be Christmas Eve and then again Christmas Day. I spent it with friends, different friends both days.
What was Christmas Eve?
To get it in the ear. No. Non-sexual friends. Friends.
Non-sexual friends? They don't like sex?
Is there such a thing?
Well, one was a woman and her husband and her little boys and her mother.
Seven way. Come on, 7 way.
And they included me in their. They included me in their family gatherings. Felt sorry for me being all alone, I guess. And then Friday night was a bunch of single people, but no sex broke out in the middle of that party. But 10-year-old kids were there. So
nice.
Yeah.
As hard as you tried.
And Emily, you were on the loose in Maui. How was it?
It was fabulous.
Yeah.
I'd never been, and so that was great. Laying on the beach a couple days. Beachside massage was amazing.
Nice.
Drinking. Shopping.
That's good.
Drinking.
Very good.
Lovely.
And?
I went to San Francisco for a couple days.
Heard about that.
Which I'm crazy kooky in love with that town.
Oh, I thought you hate that place.
He left his heart there.
I love it. I just love San Francisco.
Oh, it's the people.
It's a real city.
It's the people.
It really is. It's a real city.
Yeah.
And so was ours now. It's really burgeoning into one. But San Francisco, come on!
And this is really stupid, but the biggest, like one of the real highlights of the moment, we stayed at this hotel, which was right outside the was on California Street where the one of the cable cars runs. And the girls, I decided I thought it'd be fun for them to go get their nails done, which was stupid. I will never do that again. Waste a day in San Francisco getting their nails done. But it was, I didn't know any better.
Yeah.
And so we took this cable car ride all the way up the hill and down the hill. We were staying up on Nob Hill. And I walked back about 20 blocks, I think.
Wow.
And just loved it.
Yeah.
I just loved it.
Good walking city, you bet.
Yeah, if you want, I had, wear out.
It's kind of all uphill.
Yeah, it always seems like you're going uphill.
Even the downhills are uphill.
Even the downhills are uphill.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I don't know what happened to my child. Something has happened to my daughter.
Which one?
Allie.
Yeah.
My little Allie cat. Something happened to her. And she has a psychological condition where she is terrified that she's going to miss a meal. I don't know why, but she is. Oh. She is absolutely horrified that mealtime is going to go by and she won't have something to eat.
And how does that manifest itself? Does she get cranky at a certain time when food should be arriving? Or
she doesn't get cranky. She just gets really worried.
Right.
Wow.
Really scared. And it got to be such a pain in the ass. There was a time where, and we stayed at a really Ritz-Carlton. Okay, we stayed at a nice place.
Doesn't get much nicer than
And
that.
they only have really nice restaurants. And I was a little bit concerned that the restaurants are going to be too foofy for them.
Right.
The Ritz has one of the best kids menus I've ever seen.
Wow.
Yeah.
They've got everything from peanut butter and jelly to ants on a log, mac and cheese, grilled cheese, hot dog. I mean, everything.
Yep.
It's great. And Allie was in the middle of eating lunch and was asking, what are we going to do for dinner? Can we stop by the gift shop and get a snack? I'm like, you're eating!
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Was she like this before the trip?
She's always been concerned.
Yeah.
But it really got out of hand while we were on the trip.
Because she kind of eats like a bird when she does sit down to eat.
When she finds something that she really likes, she goes to
back on
town.
that, okay.
Yeah. And we had real chow mein in Chinatown.
Oh, wow.
Which she was not into at all until it was time to go. I'm like, can we have some more? Anyway. One of the things I decided I was going to do while I was on vacation was get a facial. Never done it in my life.
Good for you.
Never done it. I'm not into massages.
Yeah.
I just don't like it. I mean, I like it okay, but I don't get all just, I don't go shooting eggs like other people do.
Yeah.
I just don't get all excited about it. I'd rather just be watching the game.
Right.
But I decided I was going to get a facial. And so I said to the girls, and I was a little bit tired of the phone ringing for just dumb stuff.
Right.
So I said, look, I'm going to be gone an hour. If it's important,
like your head's on fire,
call me.
Right.
That's how I always say it.
Right.
If your head's on fire, go ahead and call me. So we finished lunch, and, Carly's coming up on 13, and it's really great because I can do things like now say, hey, take care of Allie.
Right.
And I just go.
Right.
Sweet.
It is. It's great. And so they were coming back from getting their nails done. We barely had time to get a bite to eat before Nicole and I were going to go and get our stuff done.
Right.
And so we were finishing up a real fast lunch, and I said, Carly, you pay the bill. Just sign it off, pay the bill, guys, get dessert, do whatever you want, and then I want you to go back to the room.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So I'm about, 15 or 20 minutes into my facial. I sat down, I did my thing, and I left my phone out, and I said, look, I would really turn this to the girl who was giving me my facial. I said I would turn this thing off, but I got my kids, I got to be able to.
Got to be, yeah.
About 15, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, just enough to get really into my facial, the phone rings. And it's Allie. I don't know why Carly put Allie in charge of phone duty.
I do.
But I'm in the deepest, most bowely, most non-cellular connected part of the Ritz-Carlton.
Oh.
And I can hear Allie, Dad? Yeah, hi, Dad? Yeah, I'm here. Can you, Dad? You can't hear me. You can't hear, Dad? I hadn't given him a hotel room key.
Oh. That's a problem.
Yeah. That's a real problem.
Yeah.
That's a my head is on fire problem.
Sure it is.
And so they call like 100 times.
Oh,
and I'm
no.
trying to talk to her. So I got to get up. I got to put a towel on. I got to run into the warehouse and stand next to a window. Yes, hello. Oh, it's okay. We're in the room now. We found a key.
Did you finish your facial?
So I go back. And, kind of the groove has been interrupted on my facial, and I was kind of digging it. I don't normally like these things.
No, you don't.
I don't like people wiping goo on me and touching me, but I was kind of into it.
Yeah.
And about 8 minutes later, the phone rings. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
You want to hear the message?
Yeah.
Because this is just so classic.
Please hold while the Nextel subscriber.
Hi, it's Dave.
Please enter your password.
Come on, I entered it.
You have one saved message. Main menu. To listen, press 1. First saved message.
This was the important message.
Tuesday, December 28th at 4:01 p.m.
Hi, Dad, it's Allie, and I'm really, really, really sorry for calling you so many times. I just wanted to ask you if me and Carly could get something from the mini bar. I'm really, really sorry, but please call back. Bye.
Having cocktails, are they?
Press 11. Tuesday, December 28th at 4:01 p.m.
Hi, Dad, it's Allie, and I'm really, really, really sorry for calling you.
Yeah, you're gonna be.
Dad, we're hungry. It's been 5 minutes since we had lunch.
A Snickers. It was 20 minutes after. Can we get a Snickers? I wanted to Elvis my cell phone.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull out a shotgun right there and shoot my cell phone. Be done with it right then and there. I'm really, really sorry.
Really, really, really. There's 3 of them.
That's like me pulling her out of SpongeBob SquarePants, the movie, that she got to go to and, the premiere with SpongeBob. And say, go make your bed.
Barney's on a kitty litter.
Seriously. It's like, will you quit it?
They back at school today?
Yeah.
All is right with the world.
All is right with the world today. This is KGB.
Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw all morning. Classic rock all day.
101.5
KGB.
Is there still time to save big on a new Nissan? Mossy says yes. That's YES, and that spells year-end savings at Mossy Nissan. Say yes to low Mossy value prices, plus low APRs or big factory rebates during the Nissan National Year-End Sales Event. Say yes to over $5,000 in net savings on a new Nissan Titan Crew Cab LE 4x2. That's a new Titan pickup truck with 305 horsepower V8, automatic, AC, AM/FM CD, and more. And $5,000 in net savings. The clock is ticking down, so don't wait. YES spells year-end savings at Mossy Nissan in Oceanside, National City, El Cajon, Kearney Mesa, Escondido, and Poway. Model number 21914. Mossy discount of $3,015 from MSRP plus $2,000 rebate equals $5,015 net savings. 22 at this net savings ends 1905.
Peggy speaking.
This is the travel agency, right?
It sure is.
Hey, my family and I want to take a safari, and I was wondering if you do safaris?
We do. Are you thinking someplace like Kenya?
Yeah, actually, that's exactly it. Perfect. And was trying to do a package where if we went, say, this month, would we be able to go like next month for free, like a 2-for-1 kind of thing?
No, that doesn't sound like anything we can do.
Disneyland is doing that, where you can go to Disneyland one day, and then you can go to Disney's California Adventure on a different day for free.
Disneyland. I thought you wanted to go to Kenya.
No, I do. I was just wondering. I was trying to get a 2-for-1 deal, on this trip. And
I'm sorry, we can't help you.
No?
No, I haven't heard of anything that sounds remotely like that.
The twofer is back. Southern Californians can visit Disneyland one day, then go to Disney's California Adventure on a different day for free. Valid for residents within zip codes 90000 through 93599 with ID. Tickets expire 30 days from first use or April 28th, 2005, whichever comes first. Limit 8 per person per day. Restrictions apply.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. All right, that's one water jug for the fridge and one for the emergency.
Brian?
Hey, honey.
You're doing it again, aren't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yes, you do. Your silly, ooh, I gotta buy 2 just in case problem.
2's better.
Like McDonald's 2 for $2.50 deal. 2 sizzling sausage McMuffin with egg sandwiches for $2.50. Or 2 tasty Big Mac sandwiches for $2.50. McDonald's. It's full of choices.
You can't be too prepared. One for now and one for later.
Prepared. You're restocking your 2 emergency tornado kits.
It could happen.
In San Diego?
Wait. What's that I smell in the McDonald's bag?
It's the 2 for $2.50 deal.
Aha! So quickly the tables have turned.
But this is different, because unlike you, I'm eating them both right now.
Whoa, okay, I'll step off.
Get 2 sausage McMuffin with egg sandwiches for $2.50. Or 2 tasty Big Mac sandwiches for $2.50 at Mickey D's. Limited time offer. Prices and participation may vary. Breakfast available during breakfast hours only. Ask for details.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
You know, I was thinking this morning, I really need to go back to college and get my degree, but I'm just so incredibly busy.
Oh, I know what you mean. Aren't we all?
And I have so many questions.
Like?
Like, how long will it take? What about my previous credits? And when can I get started?
You have so many questions about going back to college, and Chapman University College has the answers. Chapman provides an affordable, quality education that makes a real difference in the careers and lives of adult learners. Chapman offers bachelor's, master's, credential, and certificate programs with convenient class times and accelerated terms. Our next term starts January 24th, so sign up for an information session and we'll answer all your questions. Apply now, and we'll waive your application fee.
The next term starts January 24th. Attend an information session this week for our San Diego campus. RSVP at chapman.edu/San Diego or call 866-CHAPMAN. Chapman University, changing lives for over 40 years.
101.5 KGB FM San Diego, the best of Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw, playing back the good stuff all weekend long. Chargers going to the playoffs. Chainsaw with details on that coming up. More talk about Dave's first facial. This is the 101.5 Weekend KGB.
Jenny.
Yeah. Hi, Dave. It's Jenny. Jenny Breister with the Hyatt downtown.
It's
Nancy.
Jenny.
Jenny.
Me and Jenny was like peas and carrots. That's my Forrest Gump. Okay, shut up.
That was good.
Hi, it's KGB. Here is Jenny. What's up, Jenny?
Well, I'm just listening to you all. I'm trying not to kill myself on the road here, but I'm on my way to work, and I'm the spa manager at the Hyatt downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm listening to you talk about facials. You're cracking me up, and you need to get a proper and uninterrupted gentleman's facial with us down at the Hyatt, because I'd love to have you come down and the whole crew.
Well, I would love to do that.
Yeah, I mean,
you're
I'm from San Francisco, so that was even more interesting for me listening to you, but San Diego is just as great, and we've got the most wonderful kind of adult escape downtown with our own pool, our own view of the city, get some drinks under a cabana, by our pool and all that. And
Sounds pretty good.
Come and get a facial. If you're not a massage person, you got a lot of things going on. And so, Shelley,
Jenny,
I know you're a spa girl.
Jenny, you're going to have to call it something other than a facial before any real man will have one.
Why is that?
There is no way that a guy doesn't have a different image when Dave goes, "Hey, I went to San Francisco and got a facial."
We've had that before.
Every guy swinging a hammer on a construction site is going, I knew he was like that.
I think if Boyer's one of those people that has to have a female massage therapist as well, right?
Well, yes, definitely, but you can't call it a facial.
Well, Boyer is fighting off a huge gay man inside. with
losing.
Overcompensatory defenses
There
and
is just a big old
proclamations
queen
of his
inside you.
machohood.
How long till you give birth to this gay man that's trying to get out of you? Seriously.
He needs to team up with Mike Thomas. What do you think?
Yeah.
He's got a gay man inside him. Wow.
Call it. I can't think of anything better to call it, but we're trying to turn a few people over that think the same way that Boyer does. And I think you'd see if you'd be a changed man, just like Dave was after he tried it.
Oh, I loved it. I'm getting them. I'm
They're
going
amazing.
back for more.
Nice thing.
They're amazing. So come on over. We'd love to have you all. And I'm serious. If you want to make some arrangements with me, just this is a perfect time. New year, do you, that whole thing.
All right. Very good. Well, thank you, Jenny.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate that. See you later.
Bye-bye now.
Bye. That upsets you terribly that I did this, isn't it?
No, I think it's fine that you did. I'm just surprised that you called it that.
Because that's what it's called, and it gives you a little secret thrill to do your little gay jokes.
He has to be
Sexual.
politically correct for heterosexuals.
Right.
He's got to call it something other than what it is.
A men's deep pore cleansing treatment. Something.
At one point during our vacation, we had to ban all puppets of Boyer because we were doing it too much,
Yeah.
and it was grossing us both out.
Yeah.
And I finally said, "Look, I will stop if you will."
We got out
Let's
of
just
hand.
stop it.
We got out of hand with Forrest Gump puppets on vacation.
Oh, really?
I don't know how it happens, but
Yeah.
it just does.
There's a theme that rolls,
Mhm.
and when you're spinning it with certain people, the same certain people throughout the 2 weeks, there's a theme that rolls.
Yeah.
And pretty soon we were out of hand with the Boyer puppet. It was in inappropriate places, and I said, most of all in bed, you cannot use the Boyer puppet,
geez.
and not in the
Excellent.
car, and no more. Let's just don't do that
I am
anymore.
about to achieve a release.
Who was talking like Boyer in bed?
Yeah, Mike was.
Was he?
Well, we both were.
Isn't he that character that you're engaged to?
His name is Mike.
Characters, what he
And
is.
coming from you, that's awfully interesting.
I would like to know exactly what the quote was.
Yeah. I've enjoyed that as well. Thank you very much. And we had to quit. It was horrible.
That's gross.
It was, yes, Ruthie, it was horribly gross, and we had to ban ourselves and call ourselves into check.
Mm-hmm.
And it was made worse when we attended a holiday party, which Boyer was invited to as well, a party that he decided to show up at.
You're kidding.
Yeah, actually shows up, and I said, "Well, hi, Boyer, how you doing?" And he's already gone. I was like, "Well, I left a message for you about Jill. I hope she's okay." I will. I'm leaving now. Walks right over, and the only thing he ever said to me the whole night was, "Done it." And then he walks over to get the food,
What's
and that was
that?
it.
That's her last name.
Yeah, he doesn't call me.
That's
Shelley.
his greeting.
Done.
Done. Yeah. You attended a holiday party.
Yes.
What was the occasion?
It was kind of a pre-New Year's Eve party.
Well, I'd like to know what list I'm not on as well.
It was a Co-Lewis party.
Oh, cool.
So we had made the long journey out there. She lives a long way out, and so we had winding road to get up there. And so when the party was winding down, there were specific hours, and so we'd been snubbed by Boyer. It's like, all right, okay, I'll try to get over that.
Wow,
and
that's
I know,
pretty tough.
I know. But we'd had a lovely time. It was fine, and other than the snub, and so we get out and. Boyer's blocked us in the driveway, so we can't get out at the party.
No consideration,
none
David.
for anyone. Everyone else was lined up on the side.
Right. He blocked her in?
He blocked in several people. And, Mike was just like, I can get it through the mud, don't worry. So we had to go into a muddy ditch to get around the
Hard
big,
to believe
Ford
you would
truck.
do that.
Yes.
Well, there
You'd
were
be
cars stacked up at the end of her driveway. I wasn't the only one. I mean, I was like the
You were just
third
the
or
only one
fourth
blocking
guy
us in.
who was in row.
Oh, God, I hate that so much.
Yeah. Because you've already said your goodbyes.
That just makes me want to beat the hell out of that car.
If it hadn't been in my car, we
Not
would
that
have.
you could tell the difference.
Waste of energy.
Yeah. So, but there was no way we were going to go back in and see if he would move it, because then you have to, deal with him. So
I'd have been happy to. And Co-Lewis's father, Bob, was out there with a flashlight directing traffic.
Why wouldn't you have been happy to, just not park there?
Yeah.
If you're happy to move it, why wouldn't you be happy
you
just
knew
not
you were
park
blocking
there?
people in.
Because Co's house is at the end of a fairly narrow street, and there's no place to park on the street.
I'm familiar with the concept of no parking. So what you do is you park farther away.
Right. And you walk.
And you walk.
You chugga.
I would have had to have walked probably 3/4 of a mile.
Oh, dear.
The mud might have come off my waffle stones.
Then don't go.
3/4 of a mile.
I don't believe you.
Not believing
No.
that.
I don't
else
believe
was
that
blocked
either.
In but
100
us.
yards, maybe.
Yeah, I don't believe 3/4 of a mile.
I'm trying to remember where there's parking close to her house. I don't think, once you get
On
into her
the
complex.
street?
Where she live, Mars or something?
Damn near.
Oh, God.
3/4 of a mile.
It was uphill, David.
I bet it wasn't even 2 blocks.
I don't know. I didn't.
You didn't look.
you
You
liar.
didn't look. You just parked the most convenient place for you, and you chuck it on in, and you didn't worry about anyone but you.
Couldn't chuck. I had vacuum for the 300 sealed my chukka boots, David.
It's an HS 400, for God's sakes. He's even got the model number wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not you,
the
David.
facial I got must have gotten in my ears.
So I take it back now. New Year's Eve was not the highlight. The highlight was the holiday festive spirit that was bestowed upon me when I heard the greeting. Done.
And that was it.
And that was, whoa, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Woohoo.
You might tell that town character it's fire in the hole. And I'd like to. I'd like
never
you to
doing
have
your
the
puppet
experience
again.
of the countdown.
No, we're never doing it.
5.
Never doing the boy or
4.
puppet again. Ever. That's going to be like a deal breaker on the marriage. If you do
Done.
boy or puppet
Resolution.
again. Yeah, exactly.
That's too bad.
It
I
was
thought we were out of hand with our Forrest Gump puppets.
Well, we still have the Ruthie puppet and the chainsaw puppet, so we're okay.
Oh,
And the
boy.
Abramowitz puppet, so we're okay with that.
But not in bed.
no.
thank God.
I think we're going to ban the puppet.
The occasional chainsaw puppet broke out while we were on vacation, indeed. Yeah.
That you love statistics.
A lot of Abramowitz puppets, a lot of times. Anytime you do something stupid, don't you just find yourself going,
Gosh, heck.
Well, Allie was practically doing it with the I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Darn it.
Just want a candy bar.
I'm sorry.
Heck, crud.
Listen to that. It's like, oh, what do you do? Beat your kid every time they use the phone? That's nice.
Hey, she was buying a $7 Snickers bar out of the mini bar. You better ask.
Yeah.
$7. Oh, that's funny.
Thanks for
Have you
telling
ever
us.
been to a place that had a mini bar that had a $7 candy bar?
I had to walk 3/4 of a mile to that mini bar.
To the lobby for the $1.25 machine, and it stuck on me.
3/4 of a mile.
David.
And I like how he tries to explain it to you like you've never gone to a party at the holidays
Where it's
before.
crowded and
Yeah.
you might have to park a long
You might have
way.
to park down the street.
Exactly.
Well, you probably don't understand this concept, David.
The option of walking an extra minute and a half
Yeah.
or blocking 4 cars.
He has no choice, David.
Well, there are other people doing it.
No, there weren't. He was the only one. And that's really, thank God, that was the only way we got out. Otherwise, we would have to go back into the party. Oh, hi. No, we said bye, but we're being
After you've
blocked
done your
in.
exit.
You've done the exit. You don't
Yeah.
want to go back.
No.
Especially to seek out Boyer.
Yeah.
And I know what it's like trying to get you out of a party, Missy. Girls can be like that.
Uh-huh.
Hard to leave the party.
Well, we had made a great exit strategy. We had had a great time. We talked to Co's dad was there and sister, and we'd had a wonderful time talking with them and getting to know them better and, fun stuff. And we were actually headed out to go have a meal. We're going to have a late dinner. So we didn't want it. We'd done it perfectly. But then we're blocked in by
Ruined your exit.
Well, apparently Mike was a hero and made it through, and congratulations. I don't know what to say. Apparently,
I'm sorry. I mean, could that cross your mind?
Was that chainsaw an apology?
Yeah.
Not even in his world.
No.
Did you notice that?
Absolutely.
Never once. Oh, sorry about that. Never in his world.
He'll get madder.
Right.
And more offended when you call him on his own misbehaviors.
Yes. But that never even occurred to him.
Ever.
Just a quick, careless, mindless, insincere, oh, sorry about that.
Right.
Not in his world.
I'll call you when you're having your facial. Sorry.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Mocking just the whole idea of an apology.
I know. It's a crack up.
Yes.
All right. Let's get a sports update here on KGB. Here's the chainsaw. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, good morning, and thank you very much, David, and hello again, everybody. In the sports world, with the Pro Bowlers on the bench, Breeze, LT, and Gates being preserved for the postseason, 42-year-old Doug Flutie trotted out with a batch of young second-teamers yesterday at Qualcomm and finished his half of play with a touchdown pass, a 20-yard scramble, a tackle, a touchdown run, and a 17-3 lead on the Kansas City Chiefs. Flutie's supporting cast including Michael Turner, Andrew Pinnock, Kasim Osgood, Malcolm Floyd, and a tight end sensation, Ryan Krause, playing his first game.
Who are those guys?
Yeah, Doug Flutie, co-star of the blockbuster hit movie J.K. Conspiracy, talked about his young teammates.
The young kids, the young guys, Malcolm and Kasim and Michael Turner, and they made plays. No one knows about Malcolm. We have that height advantage. He can jump out of the stadium, and we had some matchups where we wanted to just lob it up and let him make a play. And he made a bunch.
Flutie speaking in particular of 6'5" receiver Malcolm Floyd, the recipient of Phillip Rivers' first career touchdown pass in the second half, and it was also Floyd's first career score, and he was excited.
Oh, it was a nice throw by Phillip Rivers, a little bit behind me. So I just stopped in the end zone, and the defender just ran by. Of course, I shoved him a little bit. No flag on the play. The ball just floated into my hands, and I kept my tippy toes in bounds. Ooh, Phillip Rivers is from South Carolina, you know.
Thank you, Floyd. Malcolm Floyd and his inspired second-teamers beating Kansas City 24-17 yesterday at Qualcomm, giving the Chargers a 12-4 record, best in 25 years, earning the Chargers a ticket to the playoffs. Of course, they had already secured one. This Saturday night against the New York Jets, a team the Chargers lost to in Week 2 of the season, 34-28. Seems like 100 years ago. Breeze had a concussion that game. He was basically being, the clock was ticking on him being run out of town at that point. The team hadn't gelled, so that's ancient history.
What game was that? The second game?
Week 2.
Second game. What did Shelley say about the
He's going to take us all the way, is what I said.
I believe she said, get him out.
Get him out.
Get him out.
He had a bad game. I was going on history from the year before.
It was Monday, exactly, 17, 18 weeks ago, and Shelley Dunn was saying, get him out. As was...
Everybody else.
Nobody else.
Everyone.
You're the only one, Shell.
Everyone else was saying,
Drew and Wilbur, I apologize. I'm glad you're here. You've done a great
Wilmer,
job.
not
Wilmer, I'm
Wilbur.
sorry.
I think all of us were saying, you know what? Give it like 2 more weeks, and you're going to see a turnaround in this cat.
Get him out!
Thank you,
They're
David.
going to go on like about a 7-8 game tear.
Get him out!
He was the only one who believed in himself.
I know.
And what an inspiration, oh my. Even the odds makers are thinking none of that Week 2 loss, installing the Chargers as 5.5-point favorites against the 10-6 Jets for a 5 o'clock playoff kickoff Saturday at Qualcomm. The game is sold out, although a few hundred tickets remain, but you need to put down a $150 deposit for season tickets for next season to get those remaining tickets. So unless you want to do that, there's only one other way that I can think of. KGB has Charger playoff tickets. Be caller 25 when you hear today's playoff Charger song, Queen's We Will Rock You, sometime between 10 and 7 today, and you'll score a pair of Charger playoff tickets at 570-1015. And we'll have a pair every day, all week long. Sweet. In other sports, David.
Read your newspapers.
It is 7:33 in 5 seconds, and this is your 101.5 KGB Sports Network. Oh, my!
Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw all morning. Classic rock all day.
101.5 KGB.
With the best snow in years on the mountains, you need to be at the annual Ski and Snowboard Mega Sale this weekend only at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. Admission is free, and you'll see screaming deals on brand new factory warranted skis, snowboards, boots, clothing, and accessories. Save up to 80% on everything for the slopes from all the top brand names. Don't miss the annual Ski and Snowboard Mega Sale. This weekend only at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. Friday 4 to 10, Saturday and Sunday 10 to 6.
Hey, I know we live in SoCal and the weather's good here, but even here in San Diego, winter conditions can whack your car. That's why you want to winterize your vehicle at Mossy Ford, where they feature a free safety inspection. See, winterize your vehicle at Mossy Ford. The experienced technicians there at Mossy Ford Service Department can help you protect your vehicle, reduce the possibility of breakdowns. And right now, Mossy's Service Department will give you a free safety inspection. Who doesn't love free? Mossy technicians will give your car a thorough inspection, ensuring that things like the battery, wipers, defroster, heater, everything are all up to par. Winters can really be hard on your vehicle. Get things checked out now so you don't have a larger, more expensive problem in the future. I'll tell you what, don't take it from me. Just listen to one of Mossy's expert technicians.
This is Julian Din, Mossy Ford Certified Technician. Cold weather can affect your vehicle's performance and safety. So bring it in for a free inspection at Mossy Ford on Mission Bay Drive in Pacific Beach.
It's back and bigger than ever.
The 2005 San Diego Boat Show is taking place now through Sunday at the Convention Center in Marriott Marina. With more than 400 boats on display, you'll find everything that floats, from luxury yachts and powerboats to sailboats and kayaks. Plus all the accessories, from state-of-the-art marine electronics to fishing and diving gear, all in one place. Come see what'll be hot on the water this summer. And don't miss your chance for free boating lessons on San Diego Bay. Bring the kids to enjoy the Big Bay Kids area. They'll get a free life jacket this weekend while supplies last. Wow, what a deal! Remember, this is one of the biggest shows on the West Coast, happening now through Sunday. The San Diego Boat Show comes just once a year. Miss it, and you'll have to wait till 2006. For ticket information and hours, visit SanDiegoBoatShow.com. Come down to the 2005 San Diego Boat Show at the Convention Center and Marriott Marina.
Okay, you're starting to think about that list of New Year's resolutions. Why not work on improving the quality of your sleep for 2005? Well, you can do that easily just by shopping for your brand new bed at Sleep Train today. Ring in the new year, pure comfort on a new luxurious mattress set. For a limited time, you get any Simmons Beauty Rest, Sealy Posturepedic, or Stearns & Foster mattress set, or even the Sleep Number bed by Select Comfort, and Sleep Train will pay your sales tax. Rest easy. On approved credit, you sleep free until 2006. That's right, there's no down payment, no monthly payment, no interest until 2006, as long as the balance is paid in full within the contract period. Plus, if you buy your mattress today, you can sleep on it tonight. Because at Sleep Train, you always get free same-day delivery, free setup of your brand new bed when you get that shopping done by 2 p.m. Oh, the lowest price guarantee, the best available beds, free same-day delivery, and now no sales tax. And sleep free until 2006 at Sleep Train, your ticket to a better night's sleep.
1015 KGB, Dave Shelley and Chainsaw Show. Stick around. We got a whole bunch of good stuff coming up for you on the show today. Want to remind you, Dave Shelley and Chainsaw's DVD and CD now available at Blockbuster Video and Ultrastar Cinemas. They have superstocked 5 San Diego Blockbuster locations. The JK Conspiracy is going to be in stock. 220 West Main, El Cajon Blockbuster, Mission Valley Blockbuster, North County Blockbuster on Carmel Mountain Road. You want to go to Escondido? Pop on into South Center City Parkway, the Blockbuster there, or Carlsbad, San Marcos, and Vista. Check out 950 South Santa Fe Road in Vista. $15.99 is all it will set you back. You get the full-length movie, The JK Conspiracy, on DVD video, and the best of Dave Shelley and Chainsaw 2004 on compact disc digital audio. All the proceeds benefit the Dave Shelley and Chainsaw Fund. We take care of San Diegans in need. It is from Mossy Nissan and the 1015 KGB. One other thought, if you have some weekend movie going plans, pop on into Ultrastar Cinemas. You can get your JK Conspiracy DVD video there as well. A special combo deal when you purchase the DVD CD. Ask for more information at Ultrastar Cinemas. Get yours before they run out. We will get into Dave's celebrity news. Chainsaw back at Sports Lash Wednesday. All that on the way. But Dave makes an important and earth-shaking news discovery for the men on the show. This is the 1015 Weekend KGB.
Morning, Dan.
Morning, Dave. Hey, I used to live in Hamul. Just wanted to give you a little weather report. I live out there in Lyons Valley. It was snowing on Skyline Truck Trail this morning as I was heading into town.
Was it the kind of snow that stays on the ground or just melting as soon as it hits?
It was kind of melting as soon as it hits, but it was a real pain in the butt to drive through.
Yeah, those flurries can be just hell, man. Wicked hell. It's like it's raining fiery rats.
Well, it was just, the stuff's coming at you and you can't see through your headlights.
You're right. They're like razor blades. Thank you, Dan.
You Midwest snob.
I believe Dan has just underscored. Am I a Midwest weather snob?
Yes,
How so?
definitely.
How so?
Because it is treacherous out there.
No, not if it's melting as soon as it hits. That's not treacherous at all.
Well, the rain is.
Oh, the rain, sure. Hell yeah.
It is. It's hydroplaning and little skids.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going 90, yeah.
Well, no, even if you're going 60, because there are idiots going 90 left and right.
Right.
There's just
and one tap of the brakes and they're slamming you.
There's so much water on the road.
And I love the guys that go by you and then just rooster tail all the water that's standing onto your windshield.
Yeah.
And then you're blinded.
We have new names for them, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they hear us, but we're yelling them.
This is KGB. You're with Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw. Witnessed something at Nordstrom on New Year's Day. I was actually at the mall on New Year's Day.
Wow, was anything open?
Everything was open except Tiffany.
Oh, my God.
Everything.
I wish you'd called. I would have
Why?
gone. I wanted to shop.
I didn't want you there.
Really?
No, it reaffirmed my my notion that only rookies shop at that time. I will be shopping with the professionals at 11 o'clock this morning.
Good for you.
Tuesday, 11 o'clock, Fashion Valley. It's only me and the La Jolla Del Mar Richies.
That's right.
That's it.
Yeah.
They're just out there pushing their mink and sable-lined baby carriages around with the diamond-encrusted wheels.
Damn it.
How much is that? Oh, it's not nearly enough. Put it away.
They have spinner hubcaps.
Yes, they got spinners on their baby strollers.
carriages.
Yes, made of diamond crust. That's the perfect time to go shopping. But I was there on New Year's, and I discovered something that is even too gay and too metrosexual for me at Nordstrom.
What?
They have a full line of men's makeup now. Did you know this?
No.
Yeah. With eyeshadow, foundation, and several shades of lip gloss.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Eyeshadow.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's where Malin gets his. Because I know he does wear it.
You're kidding.
Huh? What?
He wears eyeshadow?
If you're gay, you're allowed, Shell.
Oh, I know.
He wears eyeshadow?
I'm pretty sure in the movie anyway. Certainly lip gloss and foundation.
There's definitely a flamboyant quality to him when he goes out in the evening as opposed to when he's at work.
Right.
Yeah, lip gloss and eyeshadow.
Yeah.
Have we
for
not
you?
gone too far?
Yes.
Well, I'm on the record as being the occasional makeup wearer. In fact, I might be wearing some today.
Oh.
Wow. We'll never know for sure. I'll dab some on a scrape or a blemish or something.
Yeah. But, Carly's looking at me going, Dad, come here. Like Cheech and Chong doing a drop.
Right.
Is that makeup for men?
Ooh.
Yeah. No, Dad. Is that makeup for men? Yeah, it is. Wow. You wouldn't wear that stuff, would you, Dad?
Would embarrass me like that, would ya?
And I missed a rare opportunity to go skipping right up to the clerk and say, yes! I was wondering if you could try out some new blushes and some new lip glosses.
What's the new spring colors?
I don't know. It's the lip gloss and eyeshadow.
It's a little much.
If you've signed off on anyone ever doubting
Right.
your 100% heterosexuality, then fine, go get it. But that's just gay.
Well, I mean, if you're already gay, what's wrong with going to the women's counter and just getting their stuff? Why do you have to feel like you need your own?
Because clearly these guys have discovered a niche, just enough of a market to make some money with guys who just can't get themselves to do that. Because I'll tell you what, when I had to go get my makeup from the women's counter, I did this last year when we were doing the movie, and I was trying to cover up a horrible battle wound on my face, and I had to go to the prescriptives counter, and it's just like, okay, hi, I'd like to get some kind of a cover-up, and the girl was great. She had a little white scientist coat, because, those prescriptive girls are all scientists who moonlight at the Salk Institute. Yeah.
When they have buns in the back of their hair, and then at night they pull it out, and the sexy
up the
top.
glasses.
And special music plays.
Yeah. But there's still, Bunsen burners and beakers everywhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because they're scientists.
Did you start out your encounter with the prescriptives girl by saying, I'm going to be in a movie?
I can't remember if I did or not, but I wouldn't put that past me.
That would be good.
You got to declare it up front, buddy.
Yes, I wouldn't put that past me, but I don't think I did.
I know Boyer would have wanted it to be announced. Ladies and gentlemen, he is just buying this for a film that he's starring in. Ladies and gentlemen, he is not gay, and he's overcompensating by this message.
No, I was standing there in front of the prescriptive girl saying, look, I'm looking for some kind of a cover-up. Well, what for?
Don't you see it?
For all the gunshots to my face, I mean, well, which one? All right, here.
Which one? Nice.
That's a lot of fun.
So what brand was this men's makeup?
I don't know.
Is it Nordstrom generic?
I don't know. I don't know. There was quite a buzz over by the fragrance counter. Guys were all alternately inhaling strips of scented paper and then going for the vessel of coffee beans to cleanse their nose.
Yes, you breathe
You know
in the
about that,
coffee bean
Chainsaw?
afterwards.
Yeah.
And it takes away one perfume.
If you're looking for a new cologne and you're like 2 or 3 in, and it all starts to smell alike.
Okay.
And so the inhaling of the coffee beans is now the nasal comparison or equivalent of the sorbet between meals at a fancy restaurant.
Cleansing the palate.
Right.
Aha. But I don't think you got a palate in your nose.
No.
I know. Your nose palate.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Guys, they're cheese. Man, do you know how many fragrances there are out there? And how gay is it to call it fragrance now?
Oh, stop it.
Pretty gay.
Oh,
It's not called cologne?
Your buddy here just called it a blemish. It's the blemish I need to cover.
It's because we don't want to call it what it is. It's a great big festering.
Splash a handful, a palm full of Old Spice and be done with it, my friend.
That's right.
Brute.
Oh,
You just go to
high karate.
the English leather.
Why don't you just go to the smokehouse and rub some sausage on your neck?
That's probably how I got there to begin with.
Smell like beef, like a man, like you're supposed to. Like some fruity toot.
Purposely avoiding this conversation.
I just don't have any experience in it.
Are you a cologne wearer?
I am not.
None at all? You don't own a single bottle of cologne?
I don't own a bottle of cologne.
Not a one. I'm surprised.
I know, it's a big shock.
What about
No,
deodorant?
seriously, I would have thought
Really?
like on your occasional dress-up night, you know, like when you were going to like one of these parties or something over the holidays where you had to hoof it in from 3/4 of a mile out. That you might have splashed on some cologne or maybe, run a comb through one of your hair or something like that.
I have some scented deodorant.
Oh, scented? Oh, my God, how
That's
gay are
cologne.
you?
That's
Why
cologne.
didn't you just open the
And what is
closet
the
door
scent?
now?
What's the brand name?
It's Old Spice
Oh, my God.
Good God.
Sport or something like that.
Jason was kidding. He was kidding.
He's like the old fisherman coming in. He's walking up the hill there in Gloucester.
3/4 of a
Fishermen are
mile.
back home. Break out the Old Spice. Do you remember those commercials? back
Going
in
to
the day?
slam Matthew Perry's mom. Yeah, of course. That was his dad. Matthew Perry's dad.
That's
was the
right.
Old Spice Man.
That's right. That's
okay.
true.
You're right.
And no, that's it. If you can smell that, that's fine. But I'm not going to any special measure.
You know his party attire? Look at what he has on now.
Oh yeah, I know. He doesn't
Yeah, there's
do
no
this stuff,
no special going out.
Nah, Boyer's he's got a lot of dog genes in him, and don't be surprised on that because he has had sex with a dog.
Right.
Remember,
Right.
but some
from
guys like to comb their hair or put product in their hair and maybe a
Right.
little cologne and stuff. He just goes out and rolls in the dirt. If he finds a dead seal on the beach, he's
Even
all
better.
over it. Get it all over me.
Yet you can't argue with the guy's success. He's dating Jill, who is, by every measure, a hot, fun girl. He was with Miss April for how many years of booty call with this
Karen.
gorgeous girl, Karen, who's just an absolute doll.
Yeah, there's a whole wake of super babes
I'm
in
not.
his trail.
I don't feel like
I don't pretend to know what it is.
And we have no idea. I mean, look at him.
I know.
Okay? It's one of the great mysteries of
We
the
don't
world.
know.
It
We
really
don't
is.
get it, yeah.
Jill is crazy, though. You got to know
Well,
that.
that's true.
I mean, crazy. With backwards K's.
Well, Christmas, India, of course.
I know.
I mean, come
That's
on.
it, right there.
And then we found out the tsunami was there. We stayed longer. It was great.
Don't forget we're going to the Philippines next Christmas. Yay! Here is Ben on KGB. What's going on, Ben?
How's it going, Dad?
Tip top, talk to me, Coop.
Hey, if you go to Macy's, they have that MAC counter. And the MAC counter, they also have makeup for men. And there's some lovely men putting on makeup for men.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you have to go into that insulting, patronizing gay voice?
Stereotypical.
Benjamin.
Yeah.
Stereotypes.
It's so special.
Oh, God, that's so
But
gross,
you gotta
Benjamin.
think about all of those anchor men on TV, they always put makeup on also.
No question. That's where I got my tips from Steve Fiorina and Jeff Cawley at Channel 10 when I was doing my series there last year.
I don't know. I tell you, I've done a couple of these TV things. Those guys use the worst makeup. They use the cheapest kind of crappy.
He sent me to Long's. I swear to God. It was like $8.99 for the little.
That's for
pop-up-
Tyra shops.
The pop-up plastic thing with
Yeah.
the mini mirror and the little sponge.
Yeah.
And we used that for the movie. And I gave you your own case, by the way.
Which I used many times. Do you remember those, Shell, when we went over to Channel 9 to do that?
Yeah.
We did that thing with Paul Bloom, that half-hour show. What's it called?
It was something like San Diego People. Or,
Right. Yes. Right. It was Paul Bloom's weekend show.
Yeah.
And there's a little room to get dressed. And there's makeup and hair products that the national buyer at Big Lots and Kmart would say, that's crap. We won't have it here.
And the community
I think it's
sponges.
just lacquer.
The community sponges.
Yes.
You don't.
It's awful.
You don't want that.
Well, remember the Jerry Springer pots o' makeup?
Yeah.
That were being smeared all over the
It's
people
awful.
with some tea here and there. And Cookie, I don't know if I want that sponge on me. And none of us did.
No.
I mean, that was the guy who introduced himself by saying, "Yeah, I had sex with an animal."
Oh.
That's how he said hello.
Ah.
Good for you. And before I could say it, I was shaking my hand.
Right.
Or he was shaking my hand.
I want to know if you. There's not a single guy out there that's going to admit to wearing eyeshadow and lip gloss. There's just no way.
There is a guy in Nordy's who works in and around the makeup counters, and I think it might be for Mac as well, and he wears full-on makeup. The eyeshadow, the lip gloss, the base.
Okay. Well, I know that there's not a guy out there who's going to call me and tell me that he does. I just know you won't.
Maybe
But
not.
that's why I want to know from the women, do you like that look? Do you like the look of a guy wearing lip gloss? Because they had like 6 different shades. And I'm not talking about like Carmex.
Right.
Okay?
You mean like red and pink?
And white.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. Real makeup.
Female
The
style.
real
colored
thing.
stuff.
Only it's in
Wow.
a gray tube instead of a pink tube.
Right. So it's manly.
Yep. Now I want to know if the female population appreciates it. 888-570-1015 is our number.
Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw all morning.
Classic rock all day.
1015 KGB.
Mr. Mossy, I have David Noe on line 1, says it's an emergency.
David?
Mr. Mossy?
Hey, how's Mossy Nissan's all-star inventory manager these days?
Well, Mr. Mossy, it looks like I ordered a few too many Xteras.
How?
I put too many zeros on the order form.
So instead of Mossy's usual shipment of 60 Xteras,
We're getting
600 Xteras?
This is bad, isn't it?
Bad for you, David. Very bad for you.
It's Mossy Nissan's Save Dave sales event. Save big on hundreds of new Nissan Xteras while saving David Noe's job. Get a new 04 Xtera XC for Mossy's lowest price ever, $15,495 net cost. A new Xtera with AC, roof rack, and AM/FM CD, now only $15,495 at all 6 Mossy Nissan locations.
Bad for you, David. Very bad for you.
04054. Sale price $17,895 minus $2,400 rebate equals $15,495. 14 at this price ends 131.05.
1015 KGB, Dave Shelley and Chainsaw Show. Boyer in the big chair with you, playing back the good stuff from all this past week. Let you know that KGB is going to be broadcasting live from Section D2 of the Qualcomm Stadium parking lot. That is happening today. Ditch is there starting at noon. They're going to be tailgating, hanging out, throwing a couple of footballs around, drinking a few brews. And we want you to be there with us for the Chargers playoff game. Well, we talked about men wearing makeup. I'm not ready to do it. Nobody I know is ready to do it. Nobody I choose to know. Workers accepted. And the question is, do the chicks like it? Let's get into it. Find out on the 1015 Weekend KGB Best of Dave Shelley and Chainsaw Show.
Ruth, 66. Ruth.
Oh, that's my date.
Why do men wear makeup and cologne?
Because they're ugly and they stink?
Yes. 888-570-1015 is Direct Connect. KGB and Q103. Dave Shelley and Chainsaw Radio Show. Yeah. Come on, women. I want to know if you like the look. Shell, do you like the look?
I don't care for it, no.
What if this character that you're getting engaged to,
Mike.
you come staggering up the aisle next year when this alleged marriage is supposed to come off, and you find him leaning up against the rail there with a mouthful of lip gloss. His own, mind you, not several of the bridesmaids.
I'd have to ask first, right? Where's that little whore?
And some eyeshadow.
Well, then I'd think my brother's got him drunk and we're playing a trick with him. I wouldn't
Don't
like
all
it.
the on-back guys like to wear eyeshadow and lip gloss?
At most of the events I've been to where OnBack was the official sponsor, no, I have seen no made-up men in lip gloss.
Only if it's rubbed off from Miss Emerson.
Yeah, right.
Come on, I want to know, ladies, do you like this look? Is that what you want? Because there's so many women who have expressed pleasure at guys who take care of their nails, guys who take care of their hair and stuff like that. See, and I think when you go to lip gloss and eyeshadow, you've officially crossed the line to womanhood.
Well, I think you've crossed the
Go
line.
ahead, Shane.
In 2005, yes. I mean, in 1995, we may have said if we colored our tips or something, that would have crossed the line 10 years ago, but now it's accepted. I say in 10 years, lip gloss and all this stuff will be run-of-the-mill for
So
guys.
you'll be wearing it in 10 years?
I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll need it, I'm sure. I need it now. But you know what I'm saying? I think times change. Because certainly, you know, the hair products and the hair coloring and stuff, 10, 15 years ago would have been automatic gay. Now it's not. Unless I'm gay. Are you gay, Dave?
I don't know. I can never tell.
Yeah.
I still like chicks.
Yeah.
That's a
I do
good sign.
too.
Well, a lot of gay guys like chicks, just to hang out with.
Not for boning.
Oh, well, all right.
Haven't had sex with a guy yet.
Yeah.
Then you're still on the other side.
Just in your dreams.
Well, you're on the other side.
I'm pre-gay.
today.
I'm pre-gay.
Pre-gay.
But based on Cookie's theory, in 10 years, 15 years, you could have sex with a guy and not be gay.
It'll be okay. It'll be the norm. We'll all be having sex with each other. All right. Short contract. Hi, Jan.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. My comment is no girly men.
Okay. Well, where do you cross? Where do you cross the line? Can he get his nails done?
Well, as long as they're clean. I want clean. I don't want all polished and goofy and stuff.
Yeah. What about hair dye?
No. No girly men.
Hair dye's good.
It's
What
just
about
not something-
Grecian Formula 16?
That makes me a girly man then.
Are you a girly man?
Apparently, yeah. According to you.
Because why?
Men look better when they cover up the gray, just like
Hair
women.
coloring.
If the shoe fits.
Yeah. Well, I'm not denying it. I'm asking you.
Well, yeah, no. Let's have men more natural looking.
Okay. Are you married, Jan?
No. But I have a boyfriend.
Yeah. And he doesn't do any of that kind of stuff, huh?
No.
Okay.
They have a mullet?
Pardon?
Chainsaw asked if your boyfriend has a mullet.
No, you.
All right.
That would be the grossest thing ever.
All right. Thank you, Jan.
Okay, thanks.
Bye. Hi, Tiffany. You're on KGB.
Hey, Dave.
Hey.
By the way, I love your show.
Thanks. I love yours. What's up?
My ex-boyfriend, Kyle.
Kyle?
Kyle, yes.
Kyle. Yeah, that's a problem right there. That should have been a red flag right there. Stop it. Can I ask you, what happened? How old is Kyle?
He's 18.
Yeah, I knew it. I was listening to one of our replay bits this morning, and this girl was 21 years old, or 22, and we were calling her 21-year-old boyfriend, and his name was like Dylan. Or Tom.
Right.
What happened 2 decades ago that people lost the ability to name their kids Bob,
Right.
Dick,
Right.
I got called Dick the other day, by the way, and they didn't mean it.
Dick Rickards?
They didn't mean it. That was fun. Anyway, let's go back to Kyle.
Did you answer to
Yeah, he
Well-
typically spent more time in the bathroom than I did.
Well, how much time is that?
About, I take about 15 minutes to get ready.
15?
What?
Yeah, about
With
15.
shower
Well,
and
that's-
hair and everything?
I don't style my hair most of the time.
Okay, now that I would
It's too
categorize you as an exceptionally
Yes.
swift
cow.
woman.
Yeah.
No, my hair's too short to deal with, so
Okay.
I have to put on makeup and go.
Okay.
And he
take
took
more than
about
15
half
minutes.
an hour.
I know that beats the hooker time, too. Nobody gets ready faster than hookers. It's true.
I think most women, it's an hour minimum.
When I'm actually going out, I have to take a little bit more time, but
Like how much? 30 minutes?
like
I don't know. I don't normally time myself when I'm going out. Because normally I have like an hour or so, an hour or two before.
And now this is your ex-boyfriend?
Yeah, he's my ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, how come you guys are no longer together?
Fight. A very big fight.
Yeah.
And his ex-girlfriend died.
Oh, well, that's tough.
Wow.
Yeah, it does. He didn't find out until 3 years.
You must have a hell of a punch, Tiffany.
Huh?
All right, thank you, Tiffany.
Okay.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Robert, you're on KGB.
Dave,
Dude.
love your show.
I love yours.
Hey,
What's up?
I think you need to clarify the point a little bit with these
Go ahead.
women. You're asking the question, do you dig it? Do you dig it as in, let's go home and bang the headboards, dig it, or you dig it as in, let's go home and read Cosmopolitan, dig it?
I want to know if you're sexually attracted to that look. Yes. Thank you for getting the clarification in there. Yeah, I know what you mean. I think all women love to have one or two gay guy friends.
Sure.
But no, I'm talking about, would you want this on your own guy?
Right. I think the furthest I could go is, I think manicured nails are nice, and depending on the kind
Shiny?
of, that's, if he's a banker or a white collar professional, I can see where that's okay.
Yeah, it looks nice.
I think it looks nice
With a business suit. and tie.
Exactly. Exactly. But otherwise, it's like, just more maintenance.
Thank you, Robert. You know when I think it's okay for the guy to have the shiny nails?
When?
Never. ever. I cringe when I see that look.
Really?
And when we did our whole little thing, they did that to me.
Yeah.
And it drove me crazy because they didn't put polish on.
They buffed it.
They buffed them up. So I was like rubbing my hands like on sandpaper
You gotta wait for it to grow out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am not into that look at all.
I think on some, just in a very small percentage of men, it's okay.
Very delicate men with very persnickety clothes
Let's
on.
get real. It needs to look like you're dripping with money and you don't care what people think about it.
Yeah, but do you
that's
want to
really what
get
it
down
is.
and dirty and slam a guy and do the
No.
headboard thing
With
with a guy like
perfect little
that?
nails?
So it's a gay thing, ultimately.
It's kind of a gay/power thing, saying to the world, I am so dripping with money and so powerful, I don't care what you think about my buff nails.
Do you find that sexually attractive?
Maybe it's just the money.
Thank you. I kind of heard that about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, well, you hear some things I don't hear.
This is KGB. 888-570-1015 is the number. Come on, I want to know if this is what you want to see on your guy. The shiny nails, the eyeshadow, the lip gloss. It's all now at the Nordstrom counter for men.
Wow.
1015 KGB, best of Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw. Let's get back to it. Makeup for men? What's going on? We'll find out. This is the Weekend KGB.
Bob, you're on KGB. What's up?
Hey, this is Bob. I wore eyeliner for 10 years. I had the best luck with it.
What made you decide to wear eyeliner?
I had a female friend that wanted to put it on me one time, so I let her, and I wore it for a day, and it attracted the ladies.
You were just
More
goofing
times than
around.
one.
You were just
Huh?
goofing. You were just goofing around, kind of.
Just goofing around.
Yeah.
And it worked, and I wore it for 10 years.
Goofing around with your girl can sometimes end up getting you in real trouble because you'll do something stupid, and they're like, "Hey,
I like that.
I like that." It's like, no, no, you don't.
You were supposed to be appalled by it.
You're supposed to laugh.
I didn't wear it in California, though, so I don't know how well it would have went over in California. But
Well, where were you wearing this? Where were you scoring with this eyeliner?
Dave, I was at the Regulator and the Purple Pride and back in Macomb.
They don't wear eyeliner.
Really?
Even
Where
the
you
women
come
don't wear
from.
eyeliner in Macomb.
Back in the
Yes,
80s,
they do.
Back in the 80s, they did.
The biggest, the most common use of makeup in Macomb for women is they put vanilla extract behind their ears. Trust me, I went to Western Illinois University. I know. Maybe a little cornstarch on the cheeks to take off the shine.
Right.
All the makeup comes from the kitchen.
That's what Grandma did.
Teresa, you are on KGB.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. I just wanted to comment that it's totally not appropriate for a guy to wear makeup.
I'm wearing makeup today.
Well, I mean, aren't you like hidden your? I mean, right there, you're lying to yourself and to the people around you.
Oh.
Yeah, me and Shelley are too. Then
Yeah,
I guess
I've been lying for years.
How am I lying?
my skin doesn't really look this.
Well, I
good.
mean, you're covering yourself up. I mean, it's just kind of like a chick with fake boobs. She's up front lying about herself.
Do you wear makeup?
What do you mean?
Nope.
What if she admits that she has fake boobs, like Dave admits that
he's wearing makeup.
he has fake boobs? Oh, no, that he's wearing makeup. Makeup. That's not a lie. It's an admission. I mean, he's
Right.
presenting a false front. Is that what you're implying? Well, then why are we wearing clothes?
Exactly.
Right. Why don't you just
know,
walk around
and
naked?
What's going on with?
Why
our
don't you
society?
just die?
What happened to the manly man? You know.
Yeah. I don't know.
What about kiss makeup?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with smelling good, but you know, when you
Why?
start getting
That's
into
a fa-
makeup,
Yeah, that's a
That's not
cover-up.
how you really smell.
it's a cover-up.
Okay, cologne is a cover-up.
Well, you're absolutely right. Cologne is a cover-up, but it's an attractive cover-up.
See, that's why I think
Well,
the
it can
levels
be.
of acceptability change with time.
Yeah.
I mean, why use soap? That's not how your body smells naturally.
Right. I mean, the pheromones in the old days,
That's
the
what
stink,
attracts
the
you.
stink
Just
used to be
lying.
attractive.
Right.
Lying to yourself, pretending you smell like that.
Well, I believe one of you said it's a great marketing tool, and eventually you'll probably evolve into some big, huge.
Okay, thanks.
Did something
Lost.
get left off?
Yeah, she got swept away.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello, Armando.
Hi, good morning, Dave.
What's up, buddy?
I like the exotic European names like Armando.
That's fun to say, don't you think?
Armando. Armando, bring me some salsa.
That's a good
Delighted
one.
by
Yeah.
that.
What's up, buddy?
I used to be working a fast food restaurant, and I used to get my boss named Art. I used to wear pink eyeshadow,
Oh, boy.
eyebrow, wash his eyebrows, dye his hair, do his nails, stuff like that. I mean, the girl used to go crazy. I mean, always, he got affair like I saw like a couple times with two of the employees messing around, man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the girls still love that. I don't know why,
Yeah.
I'm a man kind of guy. I don't like to wear any kind of makeup, If the girls that love me like I am, they love me like I am. But with makeup, that's too much, man.
Are you married now, Armando?
I'm engaged
Yep.
with a beautiful woman.
Terrific. When are you getting married?
I hope we set the plan about 2006. Hopefully, everything's financial, we have everything our financial stable and we be okay. But
Right, yeah.
I'm glad to be with my woman.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Armando.
Welcome, bye.
See you later. Blake, you're on the 101. What's up, buddy?
I think next time you guys send Bruno upstairs, you guys should stick some makeup on him.
I disagree.
How come?
Because I want to make a shiny nails, eyeshadow, lip gloss, and frosted tips bet with Boyer.
Really?
Yes. Because I want to see you dressed like that for a week.
Oh, we
Nice clothes, shiny nails,
kill 'em,
lip
Dave.
gloss. You got to shave. You got to get your hair colored. You got to wear product in your hair for a week.
Jeez, Dave, I like making bets that I can pay off if I lose. I don't think I can pay that one off.
Sure you could.
It's all about the paycheck, isn't it? No, isn't that your attitude around here? Hey, they pay good. I get to pay for my cars and my Jeeps and all my CB radios. It's a beautiful gig. And this is what you do.
Hey, Jesus.
That's what I want to see happen. I want to see
Really?
metrosexual
I'm
Boyer
with ya.
for a week.
Wow.
I am with you.
And what's he going to wear?
Nice clothes.
But he doesn't
I'm
have
gonna have
any.
to buy some.
Things with little horses and alligators on the shirts. Like garanimals.
Could you imagine?
Boyer walking around in polo.
You mean clothing that was actually made this year or last?
Tucked in with a belt?
Wow.
Well, remember how much he hated the clothes Malin picked out for him? Even though Jill loved it.
I know. And he did look good.
He did. Those shoes, too.
Gorgeous.
It was 1 hour,
I know. And it killed him.
and it was doffed.
Barely
It
stand
was
it.
an awful hour. I can't imagine that for 20 hours.
Didn't you say you had to go home and put like Drano on your head or something to get the product off?
Oh, yeah, I had to wash it out with solvent.
Yeah.
Solvent?
Yeah, that's
Some
what he
carburetor
says.
cleaner.
Yeah. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see a week of metrosexual Boyer, complete with lip gloss, eyeshadow.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. The nails, important. Very important. Shiny nails.
Well, he'd have to do those every day because he'd ruin them every time he took a transmission off.
I wouldn't know
And
how to
we'll get rid of the drum kit for a week and we'll give you like a xylophone.
Oh!
In the sports world.
Oh. I guess a glockenspiel is probably out of the question then. I don't know, Dave.
Certainly out of everyone's vocabulary, but...
I just said it because I like to say words that people
I like
don't
to say
understand.
long words because I use my mouth like a $20 whore, David.
I don't know that I could do that because I wouldn't know how to apply this stuff.
You just put it on.
We'll show you.
You just get good at it. It takes practice. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice, practice, practice.
I don't think I don't know. I may have put on lipstick at some point in one of my many incarnations, but I know how to do it.
Yeah.
So you know how to put on lipstick.
I can't do that.
Yes, you can.
You mean you won't?
That's what he means. Why don't you say what you mean?
Wow.
Why don't you? You're such an ineffective communicator.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that raspberry works good.
That just gets to the core of his being. Monique, you're on KGB.
Hey guys, here's something you haven't touched on. What about men getting their eyebrows waxed to get rid of that nasty looking unibrow? Is that gay?
No.
No, you know what? I'll tell you what. I mean,
Yeah, some men
this is
really
how
need
much of
that.
a flamer I am. This is a double flamer in one. This weekend, Nicole and I are watching Sex in the City because we bought the DVDs.
I love it.
And I just like the show.
Strike one.
Strike one. And this guy comes on, and he had such... You know, he didn't have necessarily the unibrow where it goes all the way across, but he had like the great big Muslim unipatch.
Right.
Right in the middle.
Right.
And I'm looking at it going, wax that thing.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Flamer, me.
Well, you hate to see a guy go down the Andy Rooney pathway.
I just
of
don't understand how
eyebrows.
you can look at that guy who's going to be on TV and say, yeah, that's that little knob of hair right between your eyebrows because there's a little separation on the left and a little on the right. You want to leave that on.
Ugh.
No.
Well, even on Queer Eye for the straight guy, they get rid of the thing in the middle, and
Absolutely.
they don't. But gay guys tend to over-groom them more like women's eyebrows. But straight guys, just to clean them up a little bit, plus you make it so there's not one brow.
Now, see, I tend to be kind of a fan of big eyebrows. Not connecting,
Right.
but big eyebrows, like
Like
the Brooke
Brooke
Shields
Shields,
kind
yeah.
of eyebrows.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
daughter has big eyebrows,
Yeah.
and she's always begging me to trim her eyebrows. And I'm like, no.
But you can still groom them, so they're not straggly hairs sticking out all over the place.
Well, she doesn't have straggly.
Right.
No, I mean
She
even
just has
some men
really...
do.
She has really big ones. Well, I take care of mine.
You are gay.
I know.
Why don't you just hold hands with Boyer and skip out of here? Come on.
Well, you know, the alternative is to have hair growing out of you where you don't want to see
I
it.
know. See, I agree.
For the record, I think you look fantastic.
Well,
Don't change anything.
Laura, you're next here on KGB. What's going on?
Hey, Dave. How
Hey.
you doing?
Good. How are you?
Great. I just had a comment about the gal who said that... I'm so sorry. I'm spacing out here. That she said that when you put on makeup, it's a cover-up.
Yeah.
I want to know what person in this world doesn't do something in one form or another to cover up something about ourselves that we don't like.
Yeah, everyone does. Of course. Yeah.
I mean, and as far as the guy dyeing his hair, why not? If it makes him feel comfortable about himself and he doesn't like the gray or whatever, I don't understand what the problem with that one would be either.
And if you like the natural look, why do men shave? Let's all look like
Right.
ZZ Top or Ted
Right.
Kaczynski.
Well, that's going a little extreme.
The Kaczynski look is hot.
Yeah, baby.
Damn, I don't want to make out with him.
I like my man natural.
The only thing bad about men and hair color is what you don't understand about it sometimes is that it is a monthly thing. You're going to have to do it as much as you cut your hair.
Yeah.
And don't scrimp on the money that it takes. Don't buy something cheap because you'll see it. And that's
Right.
what everyone sees. I knew a guy once in another market who was going gray prematurely and decided to loving Clairol himself, but he did it at home.
No.
And it looked so horrible.
If you're going to do it right. Otherwise, it just looks worse.
Pay a
Leave it
professional.
to the professional.
Kind of goes green if you don't do it, right.
Exactly. And the kind where it just, because he was a brunette guy, and just the light would hit it and it would just look like cardboard.
Yeah.
It was
Well, you see it on
horrible.
TV a lot.
Uh-huh.
Very low-budget
Yes.
hair colors
That chlorine
on TV.
pool look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at first,
the kind of
poor-
reddish look.
horrible. Poor Tad on All My Children at first was trying to cover the gray himself, I think,
Yeah.
and they finally took him aside and said no, and now they have a professional doing it. I think it looks good.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, I'd rather see a guy dye his hair, though, than wear a wig.
Oh, God, yes. yes,
Hey,
yes,
now wait a
yes.
minute. Hang on a second. What do you mean by that?
We can see them. We know it's there.
You know
It
what it's
looks
like when
funny.
a tsunami comes by and blows your wig off.
I mean,
yeah.
not
Hey,
even Burt Reynolds could pull it off. I mean,
my headphones clean off. I got a wig with headphones attached to it. My work wig, yeah.
It's been great talking to you guys. You guys have a great day.
Come
Love your
on
show.
up. 712, 12 after 7, yeah.
James, you're on KGB.
Yay.
What's up, man?
Hey, I waxed my unibrow and I am not gay.
You just getting rid of that middle part there, making a median go up your forehead? I don't blame you. I would, too.
Yeah.
Looks much better.
I totally would.
Yeah, my wife does it even for me, you know?
Are you a kind of a darker-skinned, maybe Mediterranean kind of...
No.
Just hairy.
No.
Because that tends to fall in line with that.
Right,
the extra hair.
right.
You know, for example, if you're, phoning me this morning from maybe Persia, where you're going to be leaving a lot of fur on the towels, you'll find that unibrow is rather prominent.
That's true.
That Persian rug is all back hair, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is. Exactly. Thanks, James.
Hey, I love your guys' show.
Oh, love yours.
All right, you guys, have a good one.
Charger playoff tickets for you today. Seeing the Jets on Saturday at Qualcomm Stadium. Listen for Van Halen, Top of the World. Sometime today between 10 and 7. Be caller 25. Score your tickets. That is today. Charger playoff song of the day, Top of the World by Van Halen.
Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw all morning. Classic rock all day.
101.5
KGB.
Hit me. That's 21. You win. I won. I beat the house. Who's a winner? Sir,
I'm a winner.
you
Who's
can't
a winner?
do that
I'm a
here.
winner. Yeah.
Attention players. Casino Grande does not allow victory dances. Thank you for your cooperation.
What? They love my victory dance over at Golden Acorn Casino.
Do they thank you for winning their money, too?
Actually, they do.
At Golden Acorn Casino, we love to see our players win. So go ahead, shout, jump up and down, have fun. And this month, don't miss our weekend getaway giveaway. On Wednesday, January 12th, play for your share of $15,000. Then on January 26th, play for the grand prize, a new Keystone Hornet fifth wheel, plus big cash prizes. The fun starts at 6 p.m. at the luckiest place on earth.
Well, I'm going back to Golden Acorn Casino.
Can you put in a good word for me over there? Sounds like a fun place to work.
I'll see what I can do.
The luckiest place on earth, Golden Acorn Casino.
Just 30 minutes east of Alpine, right off Highway 8 at the Crestwood exit.
Surgery Center.
Oh, hey, I was wondering if you guys were doing that 2-for-1 deal, the twofer, where if I get a nose job, say, and I could come back a different day and get a chin implant for free?
I don't think so.
No. Well, what about facelift or something, and would I come in another day and get maybe another?
No, we don't do that.
Because I know that Disneyland is doing that. If you go to Disneyland one day, you can go to Disney's California Adventure on a different day for free.
Well, that's not a surgery center.
Oh, I know. I just thought if they were doing it, that business was doing it, then maybe other businesses would do it.
Too bad, though.
No, it sounds like a pretty good deal, don't you think?
Yeah, it does.
So, but you don't have any kind of 2-for-1 anything there?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Not even if I, fixed one ear, you wouldn't do the other ear for free?
Nope. That's not how he works.
The twofer is back. Southern Californians can visit Disneyland one day, then go to Disney's California Adventure on a different day for free. Valid for residents within zip codes 90000 through 93599 with ID. Tickets expire 30 days from first use or April 28th, 2005, whichever comes first. Limit 8 per person per day. Restrictions apply.
Is there still time to save big on a new Ford? Mossy says yes. That's YES, and that spells year-end savings at Mossy Ford. Say yes to low Mossy value prices, plus low APRs or big factory rebates on hundreds of new Fords. Say yes to $7,000 in net savings on a fully equipped 05 Explorer Limited. That's $7,000 in net savings on a new Explorer Limited, loaded with automatic transmission, CD, third row seat, leather interior, and much more. The clock is ticking down, so don't wait. YES spells year-end savings. Hurry down to Mossy Ford, located on Mission Bay Drive in Pacific Beach.
Mossy Ford, Mossy Ford, Mossy Ford means so much more.
4,000 Mossy discount from MSRP plus 2,000 factory rebate plus 1,000 FMCC bonus cash equals 7,000 in net savings. Bonus cash available to those who finance through FMCC on approved credit. Ends 1905.
Travelocity presents The Roaming Gnome, denouncer of travel myths. Our first myth, if you book last minute, you'll pay through the nose.
Nonsense. Travelocity has last-minute deals from $199 for Flight Plus Hotel, just in time for the 3-day weekend.
Second myth, gnomes are not adventurous eaters.
Bah! Delicious.
Visit Travelocity.com or AOL keyword travel for details. Book with Travelocity and you'll never roam alone.
101.5 KGB FM San Diego, the best of Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw. If you already have plans to be at the game, stop on by Section D2 of the Q starting at noon. Ditch is broadcasting live. Free food while supplies last. Get your free KGB down the Jets sign. If you make it on national TV during the game with one of our signs or make your own, we'll pay you $101. Then when the broadcast wraps up, if you don't have tickets to get into the game, you can join Mike Thomas at the Bullpen to watch the game on the big screen. Bullpen is located on Claremont Mesa Boulevard, just east of Mercury, in the same parking lot as the Cheetahs. You've got on the best of Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw. This is the 101.5 Weekend KGB.
That's right, I'd like to buy some makeup for a major motion picture that I'm starring in. Maybe you've heard of it. The JK. Never mind.
Nah.
Maybe you haven't heard of it. How much time do you have left to get your copy of the JK Conspiracy? Do you have forever? Can you just dawdle?
Couple of days, maybe a week or two.
That's about it. Blockbuster. Ultrastar Cinemas. With your copy of the JK Conspiracy, it features on one side the DVD of our 90-minute feature-length major motion picture. And on the other side is our best of CD, favorite bits of 2004, together. It's a multimedia hootenanny for only $15.99. Now, of course, all that money benefits the Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw Fund. Things like the 12 Days of Christmas, helping out San Diegans, Southern Californians in need. It's brought to you by our friends at Mossy Nissan, and I think you've got like this week and maybe next, and then it's gone. Let me tell you, there are 5 Blockbuster superstores that have been super stocked and are guaranteed to have the JK Conspiracy in stock. And those are in East County, West Main Street, El Cajon, Mission Valley, the Blockbuster on Mission Center Road, Carmel Mountain on Carmel Mountain Road, Escondido, South Center City Parkway, and North Coast, South Santa Fe Road and Vista. Those 5 are our Blockbuster Superstore locations that are guaranteed to have the JK Conspiracy. That's right, Blockbuster. Did you hear the news? Blockbuster. No more late fees.
I heard.
Is that the coolest thing ever?
Awesome.
Keep it for a few extra days. We don't care. That is slick. Also available at the website 101kgb.com. $15.99 for the Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw Fund. And it's been a lot of fun, and we thank the many thousands of people who have already picked up their copy. This is by far our biggest selling year-end compilation ever. Also want to say thanks to all the TV stations, the newspapers that were able to help spread the word. A little media splash on it. We appreciate that. It is for a good cause after all, that cause being our stardom. Oh. 8 o'clock, Classic Rock, KGB San Diego, KTMQ Temecula. It's Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw with you. Cops here in SoCal want to talk to Paris Hilton.
What?
You don't know about this?
Fashion crime?
Crime. Mm-hmm. What's your take on Paris Hilton? Is she worth your time?
I'm just not that interested in her. I thought the real life was kind of funny once.
She's only famous for being famous.
Her 15 minutes should be over
It
anytime.
should be over,
Anytime now.
Yeah.
I used to like her too.
It's just so silly
Just
now. It's
kinda
like,
bored
oh,
of
you're
her.
just a princess. Who cares?
Get her out!
Get her out. Get her off the team.
2 weeks ago, she was caught on surveillance video shoplifting.
Oh my God.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
She's a
She has
clipper.
the money.
She's a clipper.
A what?
A clipper.
Kleptomaniac.
Don't you want to know what she stole?
Sure I do.
Something little.
What would you guess?
Gotta be little.
Makeup, yeah.
Gum.
Pantyhose.
Jewelry.
Copy of her own porno tape.
Oh, good God.
Jesus.
That's what it was.
God.
Took it from a newsstand in Hollywood where she goes each week to buy the tabloids. The last thing she expected to see was the DVD version of her own porno. The owner said, we'd had a lot of requests for it. So the clerk on duty says as soon as she saw it, she went from nice to nuts. She stuffed it in her purse and said, I'm taking this and I'm not paying for it. Hey, quit ripping me off, man. That's my bit.
That's a stupid way to shoplift. You're not supposed to announce anything.
I'm taking this and I'm not paying
You're
for
supposed
it.
to take it and not say anything. Stupid.
I think she thinks if she says it up front, it's like safeties and it's not a crime.
Yeah.
Like if OJ said, I'm going to kill you, Nicole, then he's free.
He announced his intentions.
Yeah, exactly.
The clerk immediately called the cops, filed a victim's report. A spokeswoman for the police says that so far they haven't filed charges. They're waiting for her side of the story. Now, she's embarrassed by this video, but her ex-boyfriend says he paid her $400,000
Oh, my God.
as her share of the profits.
Uh-huh.
Besides, she owes her stardom to that tape. A top casting director says before it came out, she was a little-known party girl. Today, she's a superstar. It can't all be due to that reality show she does for Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is just really sad. After just 4 weeks, Lindsay Lohan's new CD has already dropped out of the top 20.
Oh.
I blame myself. I've been so busy, I haven't been able to get a copy of it.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Lindsay.
Thanks a lot.
How good can it be?
This week's chart comes out Thursday, and it's currently ranked number 23. One thing's for sure, Lindsay can't say she didn't promote it. In fact, now she's getting desperate. Later today, she'll be pushing it on the Tony Danza show.
Oh, God, have you seen that thing?
No.
Oh, God.
When is
I will
it
be
on?
watching.
Children don't even watch it. It is
Oh,
so
my God.
horrible.
I think it's on during our show.
He makes McEnroe look like Carson.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, I watched it a bit over vacation. You know, I'd be getting up and turn it on. And
Yeah.
oh, my God. It was so bad.
Yeah.
And that McEnroe show, is that still on?
No.
No.
Oh, thank goodness.
Got
Lindsay
canceled.
will perform her new single, and to fill up the hour, they've invited her mother on.
Her mother.
What does she do?
That's right, her mother. She's going to be on the show. A source close to the family says Dina, her mom, is a former showgirl who's been pushing Lindsay relentlessly, using her to live out her own faded dreams of being a star.
Right.
She's as bad an influence on Lindsay as her infamous father, who's been in and out of jail his whole life.
He's an anger ball.
Now, Lindsay Lohan's mom also serves as her manager. She makes the business decisions, which answers the question, why is Lindsay doing the Tony Danza show? You know, she's a big enough star to be like on Oprah.
That's right.
Seriously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tony Danza is not a ratings monster yet. Give it time.
Oh, yeah.
Right. It's just a monster now.
In fact, the company that syndicates his show is desperately trying to find 2 new stations to play it on in 2 of the biggest markets in the country. That would be Chicago and L.A. In the latest ratings, Danza is pulling a 1.3.
What?
To 1.3
What's
rating.
good? Well, that's probably really good, right?
Well, all that means is that of the total population of people who are watching television, only 98.7% aren't watching. The other 1.3 are locked in, baby.
That's fuzzy math. I don't get that. What?
This puts him behind another new talk show, Jane Pauley, who's smugly edging him out with a 1.4.
Oh, that's ow.
To give you an idea of how things are for Tony, his producers are reportedly digging up Kathy Lee Gifford, trying to convince her to be Tony's co-host next season.
Oh, God.
If there is a next season.
Dragging somebody down with them.
Right. Who wants to go alone?
Well, you got to have somebody to blame because you can't blame Tony.
Oh, yeah.
Why not?
Well, it's his show. Tony probably said, bring somebody in, bring a fall guy. We'll get Kathy Lee Gifford in, and then when the show tanks, it must have been bringing in Kathy that did it.
That's why we brought you in.
Unfortunately, we're number one.
Now we know why Terry Hatcher has been talking about reuniting with her ex-husband.
Why?
Have you guys watched what's it called?
Desperate Housewives.
Yeah, have you watched it yet?
No, but there was a rerun of Oprah on yesterday, and I can't wait. I've got to TiVo it now.
Seen every episode.
It looks so good.
Love it. Really bummed it wasn't on Sunday.
So is the ex-husband trying to sue her for her newfound wealth?
Well, let's see. In a new interview, she says, I haven't had sex in 4 years.
Oh, wow.
Well, I think that's your fault, Terry.
It's your own fault.
Terry claims she's been celibate ever since they split up. Isn't Terry Hatcher moaning about not having sex in 4 years kind of as frustrating as yesterday Shania Twain whining that she's got too much money?
Right. Yeah.
A little sex kitten like Terry Hatcher whining that she hasn't had it in 4 years. Why don't you shut up?
And do we have to know?
And do we believe her? I don't believe her.
No.
She claims she's been celibate ever since they split up, and she's devoted herself to raising their 7-year-old daughter. There just isn't any room in my life for sex.
Oh, brother.
Well, then why does she care that it's gone?
I don't have a boyfriend. I don't go on dates, but it's okay. I'm not sad about it. She might as well say, I'm very happy in my celibate lifestyle.
Well, sometimes that's true.
And I'm not bitter about it.
Now, the other Desperate Housewives star, Nicolette Sheridan, who is just really, God, she's ruined her looks with that plastic surgery.
What's up with her?
Yeah.
Who's this again?
She's
Nicolette Sheridan.
It's a little tight.
Oh,
it's just so severe.
She couldn't cross her legs on Oprah yesterday. It would have made her face pop off.
Oh, that's not surgery. That's a lifestyle.
I'm not very smart.
She hasn't stopped boning in 4 years.
She just got engaged, though.
She is not known for her taste in men. Ex-boyfriends include Michael Bolton, Leif Garrett.
Jesus.
Have you seen Leif Garrett?
Yeah.
I mean, he was cute and all when he was singing, but now he's an ex-heroin street junkie, and it's just like, not good.
Oh, I did see him. He had that terrible do-rag on.
Yes.
It was bad.
The bandana.
I mean, when he walks up to you, you're like, yeah, check the oil and, make sure that the tires are full. What? Oh, you're Leif Garrett?
For an extra $250, he'll do anybody's true Hollywood story you want. Scott Bio, Christy McNichol, anybody you want, he'll show up and give a comment. Anyone from his era.
She was doing Harry Hamlin for a while. He even left his wife and kids to hook up with her. They eventually got married, but it lasted a whole year and a half. Now comes news that she's engaged again, this time to Nicholas Soderblom.
Stop it.
Nicole and Nicholas. Isn't that cute?
Nikki. Stop it.
His last movie was 8 years ago. A bit part played in Tracy Lord's film He Hasn't Worked Since 2001 when he played a juice bar attendant on Spin City.
Sounds like Nicholas is a proper name.
Well, with Tracy, I wonder what kind of juice bar he was promoting.
Did you guys hear that, Diane Lane?
Yes.
Did you hear that her husband, is it Josh Brolin?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
got arrested for smacking her around.
No.
Yeah.
Aww.
What is that?
Over the holidays?
I
missed that.
They're still newlyweds.
No kidding. They just got married.
4 months ago.
Aw. That's horrible.
I think the bloom's off that rose.
Might be.
I guess. Jeez.
The nation is at war. The world is trying to deal with its biggest natural disaster in modern history. But the FCC is worried about Vince Neil, singer of Motley Crue, who uttered the F word on Jay Leno's New Year's Eve show.
Arrest him! He was just wishing Tommy Lee a Happy New Year.
Can you just see Michael Powell, marching up in a trench coat with an axe and the bracelets, untouchable style, to snap the cuffs?
Right. On Vince.
On Vince Neil?
Well, probably Jay would take the blame for it.
About 12:15, Motley Crue came on to do one of their ancient hits. About halfway through it, Vince Neil turned around to the drummer and said, "Happy effing New Year, Tommy." Well, what do you expect?
Come on.
It's Motley Crue.
That's how they speak.
What happened to Safe Harbor?
Well, I don't believe that word's allowed in or out of
is
Safe
it?
Harbor.
Okay.
Well, how can you call it reality TV?
But
what's real about
Safe Harbor at 12:15 New York is not Safe Harbor in California, 9:15. It's got to be 10 o'clock for Safe Harbor.
Oh, damn. I thought they tape delayed it.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that once it hits 10 o'clock here on KGB, it isn't, hey, F you.
I don't know where F-bombs are allowed except for like pay cable.
Right. But it's Motley Crue. How do they think they talk to each other?
Yeah. Oh, have a happy, blessed New
Hey,
Year.
Happy New Diddly Year.
Right.
It's Ned Flanders.
Boy, isn't this a shindig?
That's a darn diddly did
Right.
drum solo you're doing there, Tommy. Since Leno has always done a live New Year's show with no problems, NBC didn't bother with a delay.
Oops.
According to Daily Variety, that may cost them. They could be facing a stiff fine for indecency. Meanwhile, on the local news in almost every city, viewers were shown horrific images of dead bodies from the disaster in Southeast Asia. That's okay,
No problem.
Right.
but the F word is a different story.
We're a stupid country.
We really are.
Totally.
No, I take that back. We're not a stupid country. We're a country with a stupid, unelected board
Right.
of bureaucrats who are deciding what is acceptable for our country to hear and see.
And somebody asked them for, under the Freedom of Information Act, to see the complaints that had been made to the FCC.
Right.
And what they're finding is it's coming all from one group.
Right.
One
group made up of about 20 angry soccer moms.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's it.
That's just crap.
Who are
It is
purposely
crap.
staying up and watching things they would never allow their children to see.
Right.
And looking, nitpicking, fine-tooth combing through all of this programming to say, we must stop this. We've seen it now and you can't see it. It's insane.
Uptight Americans.
Yeah, totally.
And Michael Powell, the ninny, whose
Right.
dad is in a very ugly business. I mean, right or wrong, whatever you say, it's a tough. It's killing. It's war.
right.
He's in the war business, and Michael Powell's all bent out of shape about the F word or
Right.
a booby.
I'm offended by the pierced boob. It's just insane.
You got to think Colin Powell coming home from work. War is hell.
Right.
Daddy, don't say hell, say heck. Say war is H-E double hockey sticks. That makes me cry.
Let me see some more images from your job, please.
Right.
But I'm hiding mine.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, it's just stupid. Star Jones
Oh.
of the television show The View.
I have seen The View, David. It was raining men during the warm-up, and I was ducking behind the chair in front of me.
Did you see Saturday Night Live's impersonation of Star Jones?
Oh, God, yes.
I did catch that.
It was so funny.
The fat black guy played
Man,
her.
It was very funny.
She polarizes people. No one's neutral. You either love her or hate her. At a website, they hate her, called datalounge.com. Yesterday, they reported on the first new episode of The View since the Christmas break, and here's a quote. The ladies are weighing in on the tsunami tragedy. Star Jones, that Bible-thumping cow, told the audience that she was on vacation in that area just a month ago, and that God must have blessed her and spared her life.
Right.
And then she kept repeating the same thing over and over. Look, we heard you the first 300 times. You're blessed. You're the chosen one. All you need is to get to be pregnant, and you'll be the Virgin Mary.
God hated the 150,000 who died.
Right. Isn't that what you have to take away?
Yes.
When people do that?
Mm-hmm.
God spared me, but he hated these other people who are now dead.
Because I'm better than them.
God wanted me to win the game because he hated the Broncos.
God blessed me, but not them.
Why do we think that God hates so much? I don't get that. Loves us, but hates the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on, everybody's going to die.
Aren't you manipulating God?
I remember after 9/11, the Muslim terrorists were shouting praise to Allah as they watched the buildings come down, and that they did this in the name of Allah. And the fake newspaper, The Onion, came out with a story that said, God, in a recent interview, a very angry and despondent God said, look, let's get this straight once and for all. Quit killing in my name already.
Not my intent.
Readers of this website got in the act. One girl said, yeah, God blessed her all right with a gay husband and a fat ass. She's so self-absorbed, it's disgusting. If she was really the Christian she claimed, she'd offer to help. She could start by selling off some of her 550 pairs of shoes.
Holy cow.
Yeah, but they're all from Payless. Not that expensive.
And they're all flat by now. They didn't start that way.
Just on the sides.
They're all flats?
Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw all morning.
The history of insanity in your family?
Yeah. Classic rock all day.
101.5
KGB.
If you're driving down the road right now and you see that check engine light come on, what does it mean? Well, it used to mean it was going to cost you a lot of money. Manufacturers should have just painted that thing green and put a $sign there. But not now. AMCO Transmission Centers will code scan your car and tell you what's happening, what's caused that check engine light to pop on, and they will do it for free. It's all part of the AMCO Transmission Center's free external diagnostic. Won't cost you a dime. And it could save you cash and prevent a whole lot of headaches in the future. That check engine light is very ambiguous. Could be anything from a bad gas cap all the way up to major trouble brewing. You want to find out what's happening? Come to AMCO Transmission Centers. 700 AMCO centers nationwide. These guys have 40 years of experience and 20 million satisfied customers. Find the AMCO center closest to you. Find out what's going on with your check engine light. Go to AMCO.com or call 1-800-GO-AA. MCO.
External diagnostic service and initial electronic scan are free of charge. Additional computer diagnostic charges are likely to apply. Participating centers only. Offer expires without notice.
The cold winter weather can put a strain on your car's battery and leave you stranded when you least expect it. Let the service departments at Mossy Ford and Mossy Toyota in Pacific Beach help keep you out on the road. Here's a Mossy expert certified technician to tell you more.
Hi, this is Raymond Howe. Keep your car running safely this winter season. Bring it to Mossy for a free inspection or go to mossy.com to make an appointment.
That's Mossy Ford and Mossy Toyota on Mission Bay Drive in Pacific Beach.
Dr. Greg Cinnamone for the Core Slim lifestyle. Your stop feeling self-conscious and get back in control plan. Step off that scale and into the Core Slim lifestyle. And ask for Core Slim in your favorite store or call 1-800-503-LEAN. 800-503-LEAN.
101.5 KGB with another Sequan blue chip keyword.
Shop. SHOP. Shop.
Not a blue chip member? Then sign up now at 101kgb.com. Your next chance to score points happens at 1 from 101.5 KGB, San Diego's classic rock.
101.5 KGB, Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw Show. Chargers playing today. They take on the Jets. This past week, the USC Trojans took on the Oklahoma Sooners. Chainsaw with details on that and more. This is Sports. Cookie Randolph on the 101.5 Weekend KGB.
$101 cash money. Flash Wednesday. That's your prize if you're the Cincinniest sinner of them all. Right now, 888-570-1015. It is time for you to bring your New Year's sin to me. The first Flash Wednesday after New Year's Eve is usually a bumper crop of sinners. You've had just enough time to think about what you've done, or you've had enough time for your friends to tell you about what you've done. 888-570-1015 is our number. Come forth. Come to the broadcast confessional. Tell me what it is that you've done. You're going to receive a beating, but if you're the Cincinniest sinner of them all, you're also going to get $101 cash money from the Reverend's collection plate. Let's do it now. Flash Wednesday, right after this update on sports. With the Chainsaw here on KGB. Good morning.
Well, good morning, and thank you, David, and hello again, everybody in the sports world. The national championship game between USC and Oklahoma was no contest in the Orange Bowl. Final score, Trojans 55, Sooners 19. Trojans quarterback Matt Leinart, the Heisman Trophy winner, threw 5 touchdown passes in a total Trojan domination. Trojan superstar Reggie Bush out of Helix High School has distinguished himself as not only the most exciting player in college football, arguably, but a class act in his manner and speech. I mean, he's a great guy, Steve, but during the postgame last night, with a stadium microphone in his face and a worldwide audience listening in, Reggie Bush of USC made a faux pas.
We really thought there would be a tougher game than what they gave us, but, we just continue playing Trojan football. We've been doing this since day one. Since the start of spring, we've been doing this. We ain't stopped, and we're not going to stop.
Yeah, nothing like kicking a beaten team while they're down over the PA system.
A really badly beaten team.
Kind of like, thanks for making out with me on New Year's, but frankly, I was desperate, so see ya. Thank you for applying to Harvard, but frankly...
You're an idiot. I sincerely hope you do not represent the future of this country, because if you do, we are in sad shape.
Auburn finishes number 2 in the nation. Oklahoma slips to number 3. Congratulations to Wade Boggs and Ryan Sandberg, voted into baseball's Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. Shelly Dunn, you have a personal trainer, right?
Yes.
And you count on that person to motivate you and inspire you to get into shape and perform in a way that might be more difficult to do by yourself. I mean, that's why you pay that person, for their expertise and motivation to get results you might not get on your own.
Right.
Well, a lot of people are looking to get a trainer to help with their New Year's resolutions. And just as a word of warning, you should avoid trainers who say things like, before we get started, I'd like to go over your goals and, of course, see you naked. I'm always up for a challenge, but after looking at the size of your ass, no thank you. Last week, I nailed the yoga chick on that very bench you're working out on. After the workout, let's hit the showers, just you and me. You can either pay me the $40 or just give me your panties at the end of the sentence. Okay. Technically, I'm not a certified trainer, but I do have a fishing license. Clean and jerk. No, the other way around. Would you jerk and clean me, please? Anywho, these are a couple of the things you don't want to hear from your personal trainer in case you're looking into hiring one.
Never heard that from mine.
Sounds like just hanging out with Chainsaw at the YMCA.
That's right, my friend.
He said all those things. You know he has.
Or bumping into Dave in the hallway. Double hand on the ass. Meanwhile, in the National Vet.
I joined a health club. I went one time. They always have a big giant guy showing you around. Oh, you're thinking of joining? Here, follow this guy. Hey, how you doing? Come with me. I'm like hanging on his hand. I felt like a little monkey, Where are we going, Thunder? I think the guy was messing with me. I think he was making up muscle names. This machine right here is for your flactoid. That's exactly why I'm here. He shows me how to work everything, and then he leaves, and I don't remember anything he said. And have you ever done this? Have you ever got into one of those things wrong? And there are other people waiting for you? I got into this one thing. I put my arms and my legs where I thought they were supposed to go, and I just start moving stuff around. This guy comes up, hey, buddy, would you mind getting out of the painter's scaffolding? I'm sorry.
Sketball Association. Ruthie, the San Antonio Spurs made 15 three-pointers and held Kobe Bryant to 17 points and beat your Lakers 100-83. Oh! The Chargers host their first playoff game since New Year's Eve 1995. And that's this Saturday night at Sold Out Qualcomm Stadium against the Jets. Sold out, yes, but KGB has tickets. We're giving away a pair today between 10 and 7, carefully avoiding any show that has our voices on it. Listen for the Charger song of the day, Elton John's Saturday Night's All Right for Fightin'. Be caller 25 at 570-1015 sometime between 10 and 7 today on KGB, and you'll be in the house on Saturday night with a pair. Hit other sports, David.
Gonna be Lash Wednesday next, Chainsaw.
Beautiful. It's 7:27 and 10 seconds, and this is your 101.5 KGB Sports Network. Oh, my.
101.5 KGB, Dave Shelley and Chainsaw Show. Stick around. The Bromo Brain Bowl on the way. More Dave's celebrity news. Right now, let's get into Lash Wednesday. The Reverend Dave listens to your sins at 570-1015. This is more than an exhibition. This, my friends, is truly a competition. It's Lash Wednesday here on the weekend, KGB.
1015 KGB.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Dave Shelley and Chainsaw.
I suggest we use it.
1015 KGB.
Ready?
Yes.
888-570-1015, a direct connect to salvation. If your sin is chosen as the best, you get $101 cash money, as simple as that. And hello.
Hello, Reverend Dave.
Who's this?
This is Jace.
Jace, what's going on?
Forgive me for I have sinned.
You're the first in the confessional in 2005.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Okay. You got kind of a weird whine, but go ahead.
All right. I was at this New Year's Eve party, and I was working on this really cute girl, right? And I go over there, I'm talking to her, and I realize she's looking really drunk. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to be messing with this. And as soon as I had a bad thought about this situation, she throws up all over me.
Oh, God.
It's almost like you projected
Yeah.
your mind on her.
Self-fulfilling
Yeah,
prophecy.
She honked on you, huh?
Bad times, yeah.
Yeah.
So what I did was I left, obviously, and noticed that her car windows were down about 4 or 5 inches. Had a thought, and I decided to work with it. I went and bought about 5 cans of shaving cream, released the plug on the bottom, and threw them in her car. Ended up filling her car with about 4 or 5 inches of shaving cream on the seat, the floor, the back window, everything. Well, she had a designated driver. Oh, my God. It was so good. Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's just weird.
That is odd.
That's
It's like he's squeezing a cat.
That's a very bad way to start
I don't like
2005.
that at all.
Keep in mind, for the $101, you're judged not only on the quality of your sin, but the quality of your moaning.
Did you hang up on him?
No. Senator Kurt.
Yes. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
That's more like it.
Well, what I did...
Now we're talking. Now that's
Thank you, Father.
some good old-fashioned moaning right there. Let's hear it, Kurt.
Reverend Daddy, what I have done, I punked my kids. I turned my clock 3 hours forward on New Year's Eve, and we celebrated New Year's celebration at 9 o'clock at night.
Nice. I wish I'd thought of that.
Oh, God, that's great.
I wish I'd thought of that.
And the worst part, Father, I've done it 3 years in a row.
Oh,
Nice.
my God. And they've never caught on?
No, they haven't yet.
You know, I got to remember this. I got to remember this because my kids always negotiate with me what time they can get up and wake me up on Christmas morning.
Right.
So stupid me, I sit there and negotiate. All I got to do is go in and set the clocks back a couple hours.
CNN is a beautiful thing.
It's brilliant.
How old are your children?
I like that. Now, how would you feel? Let's just say, for example, I'm this character that you're allegedly going to marry.
10 characters, what he is.
And he knows that you've got this dumb girly princess thing. I need to be kissed at midnight. And he knows he really didn't have much gas after 10 o'clock.
Right.
How would you feel if you found out later on New Year's Day that he had set the clocks ahead 2 hours?
Oh, I'd be pissed off.
Why?
Well, because it's
What's
deceptive.
the difference?
It's if we were in the Midwest, Central Time Zone, that'd be one thing.
But what's the difference?
It's a huge difference.
Why?
Because it's just like it's
a moment, isn't it?
It should be a real moment based on real facts. It's like a CZ versus a diamond.
But psychologically, you'd wake up feeling the exact same way, and then, hey, he gets a bonus. Or is it going to be like Rob Petrie when Laura pulled that trick on him and he jumped out of bed? Hey, it's great. Ha, I feel great. Great. I set the clock back. Oh.
I would probably be that way. I'm ruled by the clock.
Yes, but your birth clock is
I
set
can
to
tell how you're ruled by the clock.
That's right. I wouldn't like it, and I'd be upset.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Well, for little kids, yeah, it's a good idea.
Sam, you're next here on Lash Wednesday. Let's hear it.
Is this Reverend Dave?
Yes, it is. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, Reverend Dave.
Welcome to Lash Wednesday.
Oh!
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh!
One more.
Oh!
Nice. Let's hear it, Sam.
I grew up in Butte, Montana, the home of Evel Knievel. And I was about 15 years old, and I was riding with my friends on our scooters by the Butte Golf Course, where Evel Knievel at the time, when he was still pretty big, he used to have Mickey Rooney and Dean Martin and some celebrities up there playing golf with him. And as we drove by the first hole, we yell out, "Hey, Evel!" And he raises his golf club up to wave at us, and we all yell, "F you."
Oh.
Mickey Rooney, I remember clearly. He's doubled over laughing at us. People didn't care too much for our waves after that.
Evil's in front of Mickey and Dino, absorbing all the glory, and the next thing you know, F-bombs being dropped on him. And you made Whitey laugh.
Yep.
Well, that's good, because he cried all through Boys Town. It was going to be kind of a drag. Okay, come on, cheer up a little bit, Whitey, will you? All right. 888-570-1015 is our number. It's a brand new year, and it's time for you to confess your sins. Bring them to the Reverend now, and you shall receive your salvation. If your sin is judged to be the sinniest of them all, it's $101. Let's say that again in English. $101. Cash money. Shelley Dunn, anything you'd like to confess from this past 2 weeks off? Any hijinks, ne'er-do-wells?
No, I was pretty good. Unless someone calls to tell you otherwise, and then I'll see what I admit.
I love the idea of setting the clocks ahead for these dumb, dopey, let's stay up late holidays. This is great.
It's just wrong. You have to stay up till midnight to properly ring in the new year. It's tradition.
It's always midnight somewhere.
Yes, and if you're there when it's midnight, then you've done the traditional thing.
Okay, how about we celebrate midnight Paris time, and I'll French kiss you.
Damn it.
That's a little better deal, but it's still not right.
Jackie.
Hello, Reverend Dave. I have sinned. Ow! Ow!
It's all right. Okay, Jackie, let's hear it.
Well, about 5 years ago, my roommate and I got into a tiff. She was trying to get with my now husband.
Boyfriend, yes, of course.
My fiance.
Why? What is it about roommates who try to steal the men?
I don't know. I honestly don't. But
You ever had any women trying to steal this character you're getting ready to marry?
Character is what he is.
Not that I know of.
What does that tell you?
I'm not roommates with any of them.
Jackie.
So on the day that I was moving out to move in with my fiance, my roommate likes to sit around in her bathrobe and condition her hair. So I switched.
And does her
out
bathrobe just kind of casually fall open?
Yeah,
I used to live with her, I think.
Unfortunately. But I replaced about half of her conditioner with Nair.
Oh.
So my friends asked me about 3 days later if I knew anything about why half of her hair was falling out.
Oh, God.
What kind of hair did she have before you
She had
sabotaged?
long blonde hair.
Oh.
Ow!
Killing me, Jackie. crimes against long blonde hair. It's just wrong.
Well, she was in her bathrobe.
Courtney, what? What's wrong with that?
Well, she was trying to get her boyfriend. You gotta have some retaliation.
She's got that long blonde hair. What's she supposed to do with it?
Condition it.
Hello, Courtney.
Good morning, Reverend Dave.
What's going on?
Not a whole lot. Well, I have my sin here.
All right.
And I gave my... Ooh. Oh.
Guys are better moaners than the girls this morning.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, let's hear it, Courtney.
I gave my 8.5-month pregnant sister-in-law a fake lotto ticket, and she got so excited that she went into labor.
Was it that lottery ticket that's got the fake winning numbers on the front, and then you look on the back and it tells you, you dumbass, we can't believe you fell for such a stupid trick. You must be the dumbest person on the face of the earth, because we did that to a prom once, I think.
I know.
We did. A pregnant woman.
And you sent her into early labor.
I sent her into early labor.
Everything work out all right?
Yeah, the baby came out fine. 8 pounds, 7 ounces. Beautiful baby boy.
Then you did her a favor, didn't you?
Kinda.
All right. Stand back, Courtney. This one's going to hurt.
Oh.
Much better. There you go. All right. $101. Cash money. Let's get you on the radio next here. Lash Wednesday. Sin Sinius, sinner of them all, takes the prize.
Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw all morning. Classic rock all day.
101.5
KGB.
Buy Troy on DVD, starring Brad Pitt, a warrior that found his destiny.
Immortality! Take it! It's yours!
A hero that defended an empire.
No son of Troy will ever submit to a foreign ruler.
The Chicago Tribune gives it 4 stars, and Rolling Stone magazine raves Troy is tremendously entertaining. The excitement doesn't quit. Now on a 2-disc edition with incredible bonus features.
Is there no one else?
Troy. Buy it today on DVD. Special features not rated. Rated R for graphic violence, some sexuality, and nudity.
Let's wrap it up. Let's get back to Lash Wednesday. Let's hear the sinning and the winning. This is the best of Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw. You're on the weekend, KGB.
Let's continue with Lash Wednesday now here on KGB. Good morning.
Good morning, Reverend Dave.
Who's this?
This is Dennis.
Dennis, how are you this morning?
Fine, how are you?
Good. Good to talk to you. Let's hear your sin.
Okay, I grew up on a dairy farm back in Kansas, and me and my friend was looking around and watching all the animals suck on things, and we was trying to figure out what we could do, and finally I talked my friend into trying out the milking machine for the cows.
Trying out the milking machine?
Oh, no.
Right.
Now, when you say trying out the milking machine, you mean attach the milking machine to the cow?
No, attach the milking machine to my friend.
Oh.
And when I did that, he screamed bloody murder, and he thought his insides was going to get sucked out.
Oh, my God.
Was there alcohol? Hey, Dennis, was there alcohol involved?
This is when I was a kid. I grew up on a farm.
Yeah, I understand that. Was there alcohol involved, Dennis?
No, we was like probably about 10 years old.
Oh.
We were just curious.
And he screamed until I got it shut off.
Yeah.
Those are big machines.
You know, that's the curse of being a guy.
What?
You're always wanting to do something.
Well, I think I better put it in there.
Right. I know.
You know, when you think about it, you know, there are a lot of guys who are into the alternative.
Right.
You know, what we would call the exit only.
Oh, yeah.
Only a guy would want to do that. You know? Hey, I better put it in there. Do you know what that is? Do you know what's in there? Yeah, but I better get it in there. Are you sure? All right, Dennis, stand by. Senator Jeff, good morning. You're on Lash Wednesday.
Good morning, Reverend Dave. Forgive me, I was
Oh! Oh!
Nice. Let's hear it.
Hey, actually, New Year's Eve, I mocked the death of my brother's dog.
You mocked it?
I mocked it, faked it. What happened
Oh,
is...
you mocked it up?
No.
I thought when you say mock, it means you laugh at it. But if you mocked it up, that means you...
Okay, mocked it up.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me, what do you mean?
What happened is a bunch of fireworks were going off in the neighborhood, and my brother's a complete a-hole half the time, especially when he drinks, and his dog panicked and took off. So it's just him and his dog, and he worships this thing, kind of like Boyer and his or Shelley and hers. So we all took off looking for this dog. And I found it, and I put it in my backyard. I just live a couple blocks away where it's real secure and fireworks are over. So on the way back to his house...
You took care of the animal.
Took care of the dog.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But on the way back to his house, I found another dog that was less fortunate. It looked exactly like his. So I brought it back and put it right in his driveway, right across the street.
A deceased animal?
A deceased named animal. And when he came back, we had this thing covered up.
Oh, you were so horrible.
It just went into a meltdown.
Oh, my God. It's awful.
Whip him again.
It's a horrible thing to do.
It's terrible.
How long until you fessed up with the truth that his animal was fine?
Let's say a couple boxes of Kleenex at least.
Oh, my God.
Poor guy.
God.
That's a turn on for a Bromless. Senator Chris, good morning. You're on Lash Wednesday.
Good morning, Reverend Dave.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, too. Oh, God.
Ooh, icky. All right. All right.
Jeez.
This guy's got his own whip at home.
Ick. Let's hear it, Chris.
Well, Reverend Dave, forgive me for I have sinned. My brother and I, we played a trick on somebody. We went to their house late at night, and we got a hold of one of those tools that shuts off your water. You know, SDGE, when they shut off your water when you haven't paid your bill.
What, a hand?
SDG&E shuts off your water.
We got a hold of one of those tools and we went out to the sidewalk and lifted up the little cement slab with the meters and all that underneath, and we shut off the water and we filled it with quick dry cement.
Oh.
Well, that's awful.
Came by about 2 weeks later, and the whole street was under construction. They had to tear the whole thing up.
They had to burn down the whole neighborhood. Start all over. Couldn't remove that 4x4 chunk of concrete.
I thought the special tool you needed to turn off the water was your hand. It's a lever, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, don't you go, isn't there a tool that you put into the water meter?
Yeah, screwdriver.
Like you lift the plate?
Yeah, a stick.
It's only to read it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want to have to get a special tool if your house pipe broke.
Yeah, no.
Where's that tool? Where's that tool?
I mean to uncover it?
Yeah, I know. I mean when you lift the thing, the big metal thing in the street or in the alleyway.
It's just a slot. You stick a screwdriver in there, you open it up.
Well, I know, but then when you get down in there, I thought there was a special, like, square-shaped thing that you have to...
Every house I've lived in has just been a handle.
Well, sure, at the house, I think he's talking about from the street.
That's what I'm talking about.
Really? I've always seen him with a big tool.
Oh, lucky you.
And was it SDG&E?
Yes.
Yeah,
Instead
SDG&E
of the water
came by
company.
with a big tool and turned it off.
Are those our selections for today, Emily? No more? Oh, what's this? Let me have 8 there. What is it?
He's explaining how to the tool that you.
Oh, jeez.
Lucky you.
One of Boyer's friends.
I can't describe to you the proper use of that tool, David.
Oh, I think I know the one Shelley's talking about, like when a fire hydrant gets knocked over. Yes. You have to stand out in the middle of the street and shut off the main to the fire hydrant. Right. And that's a big T-handle.
Yeah.
But just for your house, it's a little lever.
A what?
It's a quarter turn.
It goes...
It's a...
I'll go to Home Depot and ask for one of those.
Do you have one of those?
No,
You work with Boyer or something like that? Good morning.
Hey, I just want to know who got that next jug of milk after those two guys were using it to attach to themselves.
Got milk.
Oh, God.
Thank you. Bill.
Yes.
You're on Lash Wednesday.
Yes, good morning. Ow.
Let's hear it.
Okay, let's see, I was 18 years old, and I was seeking revenge
From what?
For somebody kicking me out of their party.
Oh. Why were you kicked out of a party? Were you being a damn stone dumb jerk?
Actually, it's because I wasn't invited. And no, I wasn't being a jerk.
You weren't being a jerk, but you crashed the party.
Say again?
You were not being a jerk, but you had crashed the party.
That is correct. I was invited, but not by the host.
Right.
Oh, well, that's horribly rude.
Story, and I'm sticking to it. Ow!
Okay, let's hear it.
2 weeks later, after the party, after he kicked me out, and he did kick me in the pants, by the way, which was very insulting. 2 weeks later, I went in front of his house, and I had an M80 left over from the 4th of July, and lit it and threw it onto his front porch, and took off running and heard that thing explode.
Oh, yeah.
For blocks away.
Yeah, that's pretty loud.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Emily, what did that guy fill the car with? What? Peanuts and what?
Packing peanuts.
And what else?
And then he sprayed it with water, so they.
Oh, nice.
So they what?
Expanded and.
Vandalism. It's not good. All right, let's review our sins here.
Okay.
Sinner Sam.
Yes.
Dropped the F-bomb on Evel Knievel when he was trying to play his golf game.
Oh.
Pretty good moaning right there for Sam.
Oh.
Sinner Dennis.
No.
Talked his buddy into hooking up to the cow milking machine.
Ow. Oh, I like it.
Dennis Mullins, I didn't know that. Sinner Jackie, crimes against long blonde hair.
Oh, she deserved it.
No, she didn't.
She was trying to steal your boyfriend.
She's the roommate all guys dream of. The one whose robe can't stay closed.
Single white female. Come
Perfect.
on.
Sinner Kurt tricked the entire family with the New Year's Eve clocks. I love this. I am so doing that this Christmas.
It was great. In bed by 10.
Yep.
Once I get my kids in bed, move their clocks back 2 hours.
Yeah.
Sure, get up at 7. Yeah, that's fine. Brilliant. Oh, that's good moaning right there. That's going to put him at the front of the pack.
Yeah.
Senator Courtney gave her pregnant sister-in-law that fake lotto ticket, stuck her into early labor.
Oh, yeah.
Senator Jeff, his brother's dog ran away, and of course he found the dog, but he also found a squished dog. And as a joke, he put the squished dog in his brother's driveway. And what did your brother do when he saw that?
Pandemonium. Nervous breakdown material. Oh,
Call the dry cleaners. Sinner Chris pretending he's a rogue member of SDG&E, turning people's water off.
Right, that's what they do best. Yep.
Oh, God. Oh, yes.
Well, that's pretty good.
Can I have another? Oh, yeah.
You know, that's what SDG&E field agents do when they go bad.
Right.
They start turning people's water off.
You see them all over.
It's a municipal nightmare shell.
Yep, I know.
And Sinner Bill threw an M80 on someone's porch. Boom. All right. What do you like? Cliff?
My two favorites are Kurt and Jeff. The clocks and fake dog.
Yeah. Shell?
I don't like sins with animals.
I think the milk machine is pretty funny.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Well, you don't have a penis. The only one who would think that kind of damage is funny.
An excellent counterpoint. Excellent counterpoint.
The sinner thought it was funny. He talked the other friend with a penis as well into putting it on himself. So there.
I don't have a comeback.
But that dog crime, that had to be the worst.
That's horrible.
That's the worst of all.
In terms of sinning, yes, that is worse.
The poor guy.
I mean, a 10-year-old, how hard is it to trick him into put this on there? He's going to do
I'll
it.
put that anywhere.
All right, yeah.
All right, then that makes Jeff the sin-sinniest sinner of them all.
Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw. We'll be right back. KGB.
Velocity presents The Roaming Gnome, denouncer of travel myths. Our first myth, if you book last minute, you'll pay through the nose.
Nonsense. Travelocity has last-minute deals from $199 for Flight Plus Hotel, just in time for the 3-day weekend.
Second myth, gnomes are not adventurous eaters.
Bah! Delicious.
Visit Travelocity.com or AOL keyword travel for details. Book with Travelocity and you'll never roam alone.
101.5 KGB FM San Diego. This is the best of Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw. Boyer in the big chair playing back the good stuff. And if you missed out on the Orange Bowl, it's quite a game, quite a stomping, a sound thrashing for sure. But if you watched the game and lit out during halftime and missed the show, you missed something even more amazing and incredible and ugly and horrifying. And we're going to play it back for you now as part of Dave's Celebrity News. This is the 101.5 Best of Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw Show here on the weekend, KGB.
I got to hear this. Ashley Simpson last night at the halftime of the Orange Bowl. I didn't see the halftime, but I heard she was booed.
Oh. She was, and it couldn't have been mixed worse. You could hardly hear. This is so much better than it sounded on television. They must have gotten this off a raw feed. Because you couldn't hear any of the vocalists. And she couldn't have uglied herself up more.
She really does. Oh, she can't keep up with the backing vocals. She really fancies herself like Motley Crue with a rack.
Yeah.
The big rocker chick. He ain't.
I think Vince Neil has more of a B or C cup than she does.
Oh, wow.
Maybe you should try to lip sync, honey.
Why don't you just
stick it in me? Stick it in me.
Barking right there.
Was the lyric, you make me want to screw?
Yeah,
I thought it was scream.
I thought it was La La.
It's You Make Me Want to Scream.
You make me wanna lie in the kitchen, in the store, bring a lemonade. When I meet you at the door, I'm like an alley cat. When the milk is out more, you make me wanna lie in the kitchen, in the store, bring a lemonade. When I meet you at the door, I'm like an alley cat. When the milk is out more, you make me wanna.
Yeah.
Someone take a broomstick to that girl and put her out of her misery.
She's in pain.
That is one horny girl.
It was painful to watch, too. I'm starting to understand now why they mix the vocals so loud, so low into the music.
Now, for those of you who are wondering what the real song sounds like. And see, Ashley now, she has no choice but to sing it absolutely live.
Has to.
Ever since the Saturday Night Live fiasco. And she's certainly not the first singer who can't go out on stage and do what she can do in a record studio. But she's screwed.
Because the studio version is cool.
The studio version's very cool, but she just can't do it live.
Nope.
She must hate that drummer so much.
Oh, yeah.
She must hate that guy.
Yeah.
For queuing up the wrong song on Saturday Night Live. It's all his fault. So who took the bigger beating last night? Oklahoma or Ashley Simpson?
Well, Ashley should have, but...
One viewer said she killed her career tonight. Seriously, it was unbelievably bad performance. So bad the entire stadium booed booed her all the way to the commercial. The girl flat out can't sing and was totally exposed. I just, she's not the first one.
No.
The music industry is riddled with these kind of people.
That's right.
She just got caught, that's all.
That's right. She's the Nixon of young, untalented singers. Well, she is.
Well, I'm not a crook.
Well, you're not a singer either.
But it's probably also a lot harder to live up to what they do in the studio. I mean, if it's 1956 and you're Patty Page, outboard sound effects, digital processing, super editing, what? It's like you go on tour in 1956 and you sound exactly as you do on the record.
Well, you know how it is these days with the music industry. It's far more important what you look like than what you sound like.
Right.
MTV.
And that's when
Marketable.
it's starting to catch up.
Well, she started out on a bad foot anyway when she dyed her hair black.
The tire is starting to shred out. Well, she can't be Jessica.
Right.
Right.
She's the anti-Jessica Simpson.
It's a losing battle.
Non-flattering.
And La La's a good song.
It is a good song.
And In the Shadows or whatever it's called is a good song. She has good songs. But just don't let her sing them live.
Yeah, it's the fault of the programmer, whoever picked her.
And how is Ashley Simpson getting these gigs? The halftime at the Orange Bowl?
I know.
That's a big show.
National championship game.
How is Ashley getting that gig? That's what I want to know.
I contend that very few acts can ever pull it off. That's why I really, really don't like them. I think the last one that really worked was U2 in the 2002 Super Bowl following 9/11.
And
I mean, they have an act and they're powerful enough and they reach a broad enough audience.
Well, the talent is there.
The talent is there, and the crowd is a very diverse crowd at these events. It's not like
it's a corporate crowd.
It's a corporate crowd, and usually concerts are the most fun when the people who are there to see the talent. And if it's a football game crowd, you better be damn huge. You better be to excite them into actually cheering and not hating you. Remember when Shania came out at the Super Bowl this last time and did her? It was pretty much lip sync, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
And it was just so phony. It was as if to be.
What's the point?
Yeah, I mean, even with Janet Jackson, I did not see the boob. I didn't see the malfunction because I walk away from that crowd.
Right.
As does much of America, Michael Powell.
And everyone did at the party that I was at. We were at Bromo's place.
Yeah.
Nobody was watching that until they reran it a million times,
Right.
and then we saw it.
Telling us how horrible it was.
Right.
Here, look.
And how offended we were.
Tino said,
What is up with that?
You weren't offended? Here, I'll show you how offended you
now
should
you're
have been.
offended. Aren't you offended now?
Aren't you? Well, let me show it to you again.
Now you'll be offended.
Certainly you'll be offended after 100 times.
Yes, I'm offended by the
Why
news
do they
coverage
do
of
that?
nothing.
Why do they have to
because there
show
was
ya?
no news, there was nothing to report, so they made something out of
Well,
nothing.
talk about no news to report. I'm watching CBS as I do every morning, and you can tell when they're getting into the last story because it's like, I forget what the girl's name is on CBS, but it's right before the 5 o'clock news on Channel 8 starts, and it's how to make that New Year's diet work.
Right.
And it was about, I want to say, between a 2.5 to 3.5 minute story. And you know what the message was?
Eat less.
No.
Exercise.
No, it was diet.
Right.
But how to make your diet work.
Oh, I think I saw this.
You got to stick with it.
Really?
3 minutes they went on.
Holy cow.
And the woman, she introduced the story by saying, turns out a study proves if you're going to diet, you have to stay with it to make it work. And then she threw it to the reporter who said that for 3 minutes.
Right. So
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Experts agree any diet works, but the trick is you have to stay with it. I mean, does this not underscore it's like there is no news?
Right.
Right. And I think they ran that story the night before, too.
There's no more news.
Yeah.
it's just crap to put in between the commercials.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Truly.
Well, it's like any media.
I mean, I wanted to get Les Moonves on the phone, the president of CBS, and say, if you just played 3 minutes worth of commercials and made an extra $1 million bucks, I'd still watch. I'd rather watch 3 minutes of commercials than some stupid news story that says, yeah, for that diet to work, you got to go on it. What?
Yeah, there's no quick fix. That was their ending line. Well, so there's no magic pill that can make you lose weight. Thanks.
We're going to know when the magic pill comes out because you're all going to lead with it. Magic pill is here.
Yeah, take the magic pill and you can still supersize everything. And,
Right.
Because everyone's been warned when they go get the triple burger already.
But the problem is an hour-long newscast still has to be an hour long, no matter how much news there is.
It's a void.
Newspaper, when there's not a lot of news, just cuts down the pages.
And speaking of
Save a tree.
And speaking of the triple burger, Carl's Jr. has done it again.
Oh, did you see is it the pastrami?
No, this is a new one.
Okay.
This is even newer than that one.
Oh.
And I've had that pastrami burger.
And?
Don't waste your time.
Because it looks damn good on television.
It is awful.
Okay.
And check this out. You know how their commercials have sometimes been kind of icky?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think they struck a major nerve with breakfast eaters because their new thing is, do you want breakfast but you don't want to deal with a greasy spoon waitress?
Right.
And they show this guy eating runny eggs.
Right.
Yeah, it's the
I don't know-
anti-appeal commercial.
I don't know why they stay with this ad agency,
I know.
but runny eggs, if you're okay with it, are fine. But if you're not okay with it, you're really
It's the
not
gross thing in
okay
the
with
world,
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like those Quiznos ones.
All their
Just
commercials
bizarre.
are just gross out commercials. They show
Right.
this waitress dropping the guy's food and putting it back on his plate, and then she licks the silverware that
Right.
some
Right.
Well, she's polishing
unsuspecting.
it and going, and
No,
then
she
polishing
licks it.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Oh.
she licks it to get it clean for
They-
some future unsuspecting. And I'm like,
What's the point here?
why are you holding on to this ad agency?
Because they're thinking that this is what we don't do.
Right.
Yet the reality is that's the image we're attaching to your
Right.
product subconsciously. I mean,
They do that stuff.
or even consciously. Exactly.
And you know what? And having said that, this is the thing. I was at Carl's Jr. the other day. It's really weird. No, seriously, I was there. I had the girls there, and I had this table. We sat inside, and I had this table right by the drive-thru. Every customer, every single one going through there was a woman. And I was surprised by that because their commercials are guy commercials.
Geared towards men.
Without us, some guys would starve and all that other
Right,
stuff. And so
right.
every commercial they have is kind of gross and kind of aimed toward guys, and
Right.
every customer going through there was a woman. So what the hell do I know? They've obviously got it figured out.
Something.
And I got a hunch that Carl Karcher's living in a bigger house than me. I don't get it. I really don't.
I don't either. And then I saw one last night that was one of the best commercials. It made me laugh out loud.
Which was what?
Three guys on a couch watching the game. One gets up and the other says, "Hey, can you get me a Pepsi while you're up in the refrigerator?" And something happens on the television in the game that makes the guy who's at the refrigerator with the two Pepsis in his hand go, "Yeah!" And he jumps up and his hands go through the ceiling and he stays there. And they look around and they're like, "Oh, what happened to Carl?" And Carl's just there like bewildered. Like,
Dangling.
"Oh, no, I'm dangling out of the ceiling. My hands are stuck in the, ceiling above me." And then they go, "Oh, no, that was a false call. It's recalled. They're taking back the point." And from the floor, you see two hands come up from the apartment below with two Pepsis. And he's excited because his team now has gotten the call back in his favor.
Oh.
So the guy on the couch takes the Pepsi and says, "No, never mind, Carl." And it's just hysterical.
I haven't seen that one.
Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw all morning.
Woke up this morning to the KGB.
Classic rock all day.
To the ringing him is here the DSC.
1015 KGB.
Is there still time to save big on a new Nissan? Mossy says yes. That's YES, and that spells year-end savings at Mossy Nissan. Say yes to low Mossy value prices, plus low APRs or big factory rebates during the Nissan National Year-End Sales Event. Say yes to over $5,000 in net savings on a new Nissan Titan Crew Cab LE 4x2. That's a new Titan pickup truck with 305 horsepower V8, automatic, AC, AM, FM, CD, and more. And $5,000 in net savings. The clock is ticking down, so don't wait. YES spells year-end savings at Mossy Nissan in Oceanside, National City, El Cajon, Kearney Mesa, Escondido, and Poway. Model number 21914. Mossy discount of $3,015 from MSRP plus $2,000 rebate equals $5,015 net savings. 22 at this net savings ends 1905.
The home of the Chargers. Fans. 1015 KGB. San Diego's classic rock.
1015 KGB, Dave Shelley and Chainsaw Show. Big time, game time at Qualcomm today. Chargers in the playoffs. KGB broadcast live starting at noon. Section D2, Qualcomm Stadium. And it is a Chargers game viewing party with Mike Thomas at the bullpen on Claremont Mesa Boulevard, just east of Mercury. And here's Chainsaw with a look forward at the game today, tonight, all the action for the upcoming playoffs. Let's get to it. This is the best of Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw. You're on the weekend, KGB.
Hi, this is Kathy Ireland, and you're listening to Dave, Shell.
All right. Thanks for switching us on, Kathy. Just another SI supermodel. Hanging with the KGB and Q103. Your tickets to see the Chargers at Sold Out Qualcomm tomorrow coming up. You caller 25 when Tush rolls. And it will today, sometime between 10 and 7. By the way, today is a bonus. If you win today, San Diego's finest limousine service, La Costa Limousine, is going to roll you to the game and roll you home. And you know how they have little treats in the back of the limousines?
Yes, they do.
And La Costa always makes sure that the bar is packed.
Yeah.
Always.
Great guys.
I've gotten in other limousine companies before, and the bar is like, where's the bar?
Right. Or the disappointment of the colored water.
Or no bar.
Or no bar.
Yeah.
What?
I like how they have like the prop TV.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
What?
What's that?
It's cardboard.
Now, La Costa's always got a bar in there, and in fact, they've even put a couple of cheetah girls in the back seat this time around.
Which will make the wife very happy.
How wrong is this going to be if a woman wins this today?
Oh, horribly.
That's bad.
It's totally wrong.
But what if she invited her boyfriend?
That's still bad.
No, because, the boyfriend is going to be sitting there in the back seat with the Cheetahs girls, and there's his girlfriend with a rolling pin and curlers in her hair. You just try it. You just try it.
How about,
You see a lot of rolling pins and curlers in the hair at a Chargers game.
what if the prize we were giving away, not today, but a prize in general,
Right.
was, let's say, sometime down the future, and she's been sprung from the big house, a one-on-one personal doily making session with Martha Stewart, followed by tea, finger sandwiches, and just a private chat. And then Carl from the piston manufacturing company wins it. How would you feel about that?
Well, that would be pretty crappy.
It's bad.
It would be bad. Totally.
This is a prize. Let's be honest. This is a prize designed for guys.
Yeah.
It's a prize for guys.
Yeah.
To any of you meddling broads out there, just stay out. Well, I'm just going to try and win it now just for spite. That's the bonus today. La Costa Limousine, Cheetah Girls in the back seat with you and your guest when you go tomorrow to Sold Out Qualcomm Stadium. Chargers, Jets. Let's get an update. Here's Chainsaw on the KGB. Good morning.
Good morning, and thank you, David, and hello again, everybody in the sports world. The National Weather Service forecasts a 100% chance of rain tonight, 90% tomorrow, 70% tomorrow night. The Chargers-Jets playoff game could be very soggy. Not extremely cold. They're looking at lows in the low 50s, maybe high 40s. This will be a nationally televised game on ABC with Al Michaels and John Madden calling the action for us.
Here's a guy who, when he puts his contacts in, he can see better.
Yeah.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
5 o'clock on ABC Channel 10, Chargers favored by 6. And as you may know, there are 12 teams that made it to the playoffs, with 4 of them earning byes this week. Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, New England, and Atlanta are sitting out this week and will await the winners of this weekend's 4 games. And they are St. Louis at Seattle tomorrow, 1:30 on Channel 10, followed by the Chargers-Jets at 5, also on ABC. Sunday's games are Broncos-Colts in the morning, Minnesota at Green Bay in the afternoon. Tomorrow's playoff game will be the first Chargers playoff game in 9 years and 8 days. The last playoff game, New Year's Eve, 1995. That followed a season during which the Bolts went 9-7, and they lost to the Colts in that game. Yeah, that was 1995, the regular season there. It was the hangover season from the 1994 season, which ended with a Super Bowl appearance in January 1995. Anybody here will never forget it. Abramowitz will never forget it. He was here. The Honorable Mr. The Ditch was not here.
Right.
This gives Bromo an edge when they square off a little later in the Bromo, the all San Diego County themed Bromo Bowl. So it's been the better part of a decade since the Bolts struck magic, and for my money, they are a more complete team this time around, as quoted in Jay Posner's sports media column in today's UT. ABC producer Fred Gaudelli, he's the guy who produces the Monday Night Football, and he'll be producing this Saturday night's game. He's Al and John Madden's boss. He says you look at the Chargers and you say there's not a team in the playoffs they cannot beat. Well, we'll find out starting shortly after 5 p.m. tomorrow. Meanwhile, in the National
Hello, this is Dick Enberg of NBC Sports, and whenever I need professional guidance, you know how to describe a play or coin the appropriate phrase, I call upon my personal guru, Cookie Chainsaw Randolph. Oh, my.
San Diego's head coach Bobby Ross is an intense, unrelenting, forceful leader. Maybe it was his time as an Army tank commander, or the years he spent paying his dues as a college coach. Regardless, Ross is not afraid to let you know how he feels and doesn't like being disrespected.
Well, in my heart, it bothers me. To me, they don't know our football team, and they don't know myself, and I think they don't know the game of football.
Don't tell Bobby Ross today's game is for naught.
Screen
To Foster, and well read by Junior Seau. Seau right there to make the tackle for no gain, and that's why he's regarded as perhaps the best middle backer in the game.
drops, gets around the block by Strelzik, and then makes the tackle. This guy is redefining what middle linebackers should and will do in the next 10 years in the NFL.
And it's stunning when you look at his size. 250 pounds, runs like a deer.
Welcome back to Three Rivers Stadium here in Pittsburgh. We are at halftime of the AFC Championship game. The Pittsburgh Steelers lead the San Diego Chargers by a score of 10-3. Welcome back, everyone. Greg Gumbel, along with Ahmad Rashad, Mike Ditka.
San Diego has been terrible all year. They're second worst in the NFL. Oh, shut up.
Fake to me, wide open, Papuno, no one picked him up. The H-back Papuno is in the end zone, touchdown.
No flags.
Suddenly, as quiet as it has been since 8 this morning at Three Rivers Stadium. Papuno, primarily a blocker, an H-back. He's the man in motion often. No one picked him up. 43-yard touchdown, and San Diego, with 8 minutes left in the third quarter, very much in it. Kearney out of Gail Gilbert's hold. 13-10. 5.5 minutes remain. That penalty makes it a tough 3rd and 14 for San Diego, trying to get in field goal range for a tie. Humphreys goes long, has a man, Martin, touchdown! Oh my! Big extra point here to make it a 4-point lead. For the first time today, San Diego has the bigger number, 17-13.
There's Stan Humphries standing next to Sid Brooks. That's his lucky spot. Let's see if it works.
This is it. Incomplete, and it was Dennis Gibson on the coverage. And the San Diego Chargers flood the field. Well, of all the unlikely stories of this football season, we are witnessing one with a star above it. The San Diego Chargers. So few thought they even had a chance in their own division, much less be the representative of the AFC in the Super Bowl.
This was always a tourist attraction. They know about Shamu. Now, the world is going to know. Not about Junior Sam. Not about Natron Lee. Not about Stan Hunter. Not about Leslie Lee. But the San Diego Chargers.
Skip-Ball Association. Oh, my.
That was awesome.
3 games last night. Total score 319 to 273. Ruthie, tonight your Lakers will host Houston 7:30 on ESPN.
Dope.
In other sports day.
I'm so pumped up.
Yeah, baby.
I mean, I so remember that.
Yeah.
I so remember that moment when Dennis Gibson stuck his big meaty fist out there and knocked that pass down on the goal line.
Oh.
And it's like, oh my God. We're going to the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Shocking. And
I remember
everybody
sitting
said
there.
bad things about us.
I remember sitting there. We were at Bill and Stephanie's house, and within 2 minutes they said, okay, we're going. We're going on the motorcycle. We're going to Florida.
Wow.
We don't know how we're getting the tickets, but we're going to get it.
We're going. They did.
Cool. Beautiful. Have fun, kids. Because you're supposed to. It is 7:36 and 18 seconds. This is your 101.5 KGB Sports Network. Oh, my.
Yeah! Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw.
All morning.
Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw.
Classic rock all day. 101.5 KGB.
With the best snow in years on the mountains, you need to be at the annual Ski and Snowboard Mega Sale this weekend only at the Del Mar Fairgrounds.
Starting at noon, he was on our show yesterday to challenge Bromo in the Bromo Brain Bowl just to see how much this new guy knows. Here's part 1. You've got it on the 101.5 KGB.
Check this out. Here's email to the show. You're going to love this, Chainsaw. Dennis writes to me, Dear Dave, I think we saved the takeout hit for next year when Eli Manning comes to town. First play, we blitz all 11 defense and dogpile on him. Who cares about the result of the play? Just hurt him. I would love to see it. And would you really? Is that what you really? Hey, have you ever seen The Longest Yard? It's great. Yes, it's great.
Is that what they do in that movie?
Yes, that's exactly what they do in this movie. Yeah, I'm not giving anything away because this movie is 30 years old, but it's a prison movie, and Burt Reynolds is a washed-up NFL quarterback who gets thrown in prison. And there's a big competition between the guards and the prisoners, football game. And the prisoners are supposed to lose.
Right.
They're told, if you beat us, we'll beat the hell out of you.
And Crew,
Paul Crew is Burt Reynolds.
who was in jail for point shaving, so he was a known cheater.
Yeah.
And so Eddie Albert, who was on Green Acres, who plays a really good bad guy.
See, I thought he was in jail for eluding the police.
He stole his girlfriend's car. He was drinking. And
He was out.
That's right.
He was out of football for point shaving, but
That's right.
he'd thrown his career away.
And Leonard Skinner and driving around in the 8-track tape. You bet.
And so there's this one killer guard that they're trying to take out. And so Paul Crew, that's Burt Reynolds, this is when the game was starting to turn and they were having fun. They decided to have fun.
Yeah.
And Burt says to his offensive line, let him come through. Let him come right at me. Just make a hole, let him come right at me. And this guy comes steaming through like a locomotive, and Burt Reynolds uncorks a line drive right into his crotch on purpose. And the guy goes down.
Oh.
I think it was Ray Nitschke.
Who is a Green Bay Packer?
Right.
Oh, really?
The guy goes down, and it's funny. Reynolds talks about making that movie. Nitschke used to put licks on Reynolds. You know, no babying the star. Nitschke used to just cream him. And so the player, Nitschke, he barely gets up and gets back to the huddle. They break right as he stumbles back. And Burt Reynolds in the huddle goes, he fell for it once, he'll fall for it again. And they do it a second time.
Wow.
It is such a good movie.
It's so great.
I love when they clotheslined, Samson clotheslined that guy.
They play so dirty in that movie.
Oh.
It's awful. And some great switchback slow motion on the final play. I won't give it away. And a horrible hairpiece. Then and now. This is pre plastic surgery, pre-op Burt. He looked really cool, but the hairpiece was still
He was
bad.
so cool.
He was
such a cool guy.
He was a very cool guy until he became this kind of creepy, phony.
Trying to hold on to it.
Yeah. But he was cool.
Yeah.
Come on.
It was like he was trying to be the image that he already had just from being himself.
Right.
He was so cool, though. He was just, I didn't give a damn about anybody. Cool. All right, you ready? Promo Brain Bowl. Let's say hi to Bromo. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty darn good.
Are you strong?
Yeah.
Are you tanned, rested, and ready?
Oh, yeah.
How many times did you bone your niece last night?
Stop with that. It's not. It's step niece. There was no bonage going on.
Oh.
2?
Why?
No.
3?
No.
Did you get a foursome out of it?
No.
Did you leave town?
You do other stuff?
Shut up, Boyer. We watched a couple of movies.
Oh, he's lying. Come on, he's just lying.
Oh, making out in the
We
movies.
hung as low as low.
I'll bet you did.
Oh, come on.
All right. Yeah, come on, Ruth. Spit it out.
So the Johnny went by.
It's got me.
All right. Abramowitz has won the Bromo Brain Bowl before.
Yes.
Once.
Once.
Just once. And a sweet moment it was.
Oh, yeah.
Proving that it can happen.
Yep.
What's your confidence today?
Well, to the beginning of a new year, it's pretty darn good.
Time to wipe the slate clean and present a brand new image. A shiny, confident, niece-boning image.
Wipe it into the ditch.
All right. These are San Diego-based questions, okay?
Okay.
Anybody who's lived here for a couple years should be able to answer most of these questions. And I failed. I was going to give Shelley the test off the air, but we've been too busy, so I'm sorry. Shell, why don't you write down your answers in private?
Okay.
We'll see how you do.
I will.
Okay, dude. Cone of silence, all right?
Yeah.
Go away.
Oh,
wait. We need to come up with a wager.
Oh, yeah.
I think if you lose to this character, are you there? Are you there?
I'm here.
I think you should be his personal gopher boy for his show this afternoon.
I'll be here late today.
Yeah, I know. Friday's your late day, so I think you should be his on-call boy. You know, whatever he wants. Coffee, newspaper, and I think you should do it naked.
No, not naked.
I think you should.
No.
Yeah.
No, my nudity is saved for me.
What?
And my niece.
Or my niece.
No, it's not. No, it's for me.
Or maybe even my nephew.
No,
So I'm not hetero.
What about your cat?
I will be Ditch's personal slave boy for
And what will you wear?
I will wear the clothes I'm wearing right now.
Come on.
Nobody wants that.
That's lame.
It isn't lame. I got a cold going on.
Bromo,
Dave.
take that over to Mason's show. Come on. You know where you are? Do you know what show you're on?
I know what show we're on.
All right, now what are you going to wear when you're Ditch's personal little slave boy? You're not going to lose.
Come on, be a naked ditch bitch. Come on.
No.
You're not going to lose. I'm going to tell him to do the same thing for us.
I'll wear some sort of thong and a shirt.
No.
Yeah, I'm not going to be naked.
Dude,
no.
what show are you on?
I'm on your show.
Well, then quit pretending like you're on some lame-ass show.
I'm not going to be naked.
Sack
no.
up.
No.
Sack up.
Oh, no.
Sack up.
I've got a sack, and it is up. You know what I mean.
Oh, God.
Information.
Yeah.
Well, he's
gonna take the same bet.
I'm not doing a naked thing. No.
All right.
No.
Do the thong thing.
Oh, thong and a shirt.
No
come
shirt.
on.
No shirt.
I got work to do around here today.
Go work on Mason's show then. Go cue up Strawberry Alarm Clock for him.
I've been naked around Mason before.
Well,
that wasn't a very
come
fun.
on. Quit wasting my time.
I'm not wasting your time. I already told you I'd do the thong thing.
No shirt.
But not all afternoon, dude. I got business to do here.
You're going to be on his call.
Maybe naked with his niece behind him,
Hey,
cupping
Boyer,
him from
shut
the
up,
front,
Boyer.
like the Janet Jackson hand.
Oh,
Yes or no?
Oh, nice.
Yes or no?
Not all afternoon, but I'll do a couple breaks with him, yeah? Yes. Yes.
From when to when? He starts at 3 until what, 5?
Like 3 to 4?
5?
3 to 4:30?
5?
3 to 4:15? Dude, I don't want to be here all day. I
5.
got stuff to do. 3 to 5.
Good. There. Okay. All right, 2 hours. Scantily clad
Sweet.
waitressing. All right, let's say hello to the Honorable Mr. The Ditch, fresh in from Colorado. Hey, Ditch, how you doing?
Hey, gang, what's happening now?
Hey, how you doing? How's it going over there?
Hey, how about everybody doing up there?
So how are you? Welcome to town.
Oh, thank you, man. Right now I'm laying on the floor of my house with no furniture.
In San
Interesting.
Diego, we buy furniture and put it in the house.
Well,
you can't afford
hopefully my
furniture if you get a
will
house.
arrive from Colorado any day now.
Ah.
But I got to do this laying down.
Who moved you out here, Mike Thomas?
Any of you guys ever passed a stone?
What's that?
Any of you guys ever passed a stone?
Are you doing that right now, seriously?
I think I might be.
Oh.
Have you been to a doctor?
Yesterday afternoon.
Have you been to a doctor?
Not yet.
So you're in pain.
Yes, that's
Oh.
why I'm laying down on the floor.
Oh, this is terrible.
And you're playing hurt.
Are you feverish?
Yes, actually I am.
Oh, well, do you want to pass on this then?
No, let's do it, man.
Go to the hospital.
I have a friend who had that issue, and they provided morphine. It's
Yeah, this
so
is bad.
painful.
That's what I had.
Maybe the wager should be that if you come to work today and you feel the stone a-coming,
Right.
that Abramowitz should be your personal stone expressor.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
I can help.
Catch the stone as it comes out. I don't know, man.
Send him out with a colander.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wicked.
Man.
And the moving adventure, we have no toilet. Our plumbing in this house backed up yesterday.
Has Chainsaw been to your house?
Hey.
No, but
He is the clogger.
They've been snaking the line since like 9 o'clock last night. They're coming
Snake
back
in the lane, see? Hey.
Snake in the line, snake in the line.
So
Where do you live?
I got a house in Mission Hills, and I found out last night nobody lived in the house for a number of years, and
After
that
the
clog
murders.
is boiling,
Yeah.
right?
I think there was a homeless guy living under the house because I was hearing weird noises last night.
Well, Ditch, here's the deal. Abramowitz has agreed to this. If he loses to you today
Okay.
on the Bromo Brain Bowl, he has agreed to be your personal servant between 3 and 5. If you're not here today, we understand that, but on a show to be named later during an afternoon show of yours, wearing nothing but a special Abramowitz handmade thong, he will be your personal servant boy for whatever errands in the building or outside the building you may require. But,
wow, okay.
But we require the same of you.
The same of me?
We require the same of you.
You lose.
Okay.
We could have a special thong made with a stone-catching cup attached.
That's a nice welcome to town.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay, Ditch, these are 15 questions, and anybody who's lived here in San Diego should be able to get most of them. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Question number 1. Who or what is San Diego named after?
San Diego is
That's
named
correct.
after...
Yes, that's correct. Question number 2. Aside from Lindbergh, name 2 airports in San Diego County.
Oh, boy. Is there Oceanside?
That's 1.
Okay, and there's one up by the radio station. I don't know what it is.
That's 2. Here we go. What is the name of the star killer whale who lives at SeaWorld?
Oh, that's
He got half of it.
Yeah.
And then what does the cow do?
Shamu. That's Shamu.
There you go.
Next question. What freeway connects with the 5 in Sorrento Mesa?
5 in Sorrento Mesa. 805.
What is the name of the San Diego Zoo spokeswoman who appeared numerous times on The Tonight Show?
That I can say. It's Fran. I don't know.
What legendary baseball player has a major parkway named after him?
Petco. I don't know.
What was Qualcomm Stadium formerly named?
Oh, that's Jack Murphy.
What food made primarily of mahi-mahi is San Diego famous for?
Fish taco.
Spell Villa de la Valle.
Villavia.
What movie was partially shot at NAS Miramar?
What movie was partially shot at NES Miramar? That would have been Top Gun.
What is the charming Fifth Avenue downtown restaurant section known as?
That would be the Gaslamp Quarter.
What channel does television vixen Kathleen Bade wiggle the news for?
7.
What major aircraft carrier has been installed as a museum here?
Midway.
What are the complete names of the radio team Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw? This is a very important question. It will determine how badly we treat you.
Dave Rickards, Shelley Dunn, and Cookie Chainsaw. I don't know the last name of Chainsaw. Chris Boyer. And
Final question.
That's it. Emily.
Final question. Have you masticated today?
Negative.
All right. Let's check out
How
his
did I
answer.
do?
Let's check out. I think you did better than I thought you would.
Did really good.
Let's check out how you did. Question number 1. Who or what is San Diego named after? He said, Chris Boyer?
San Diego.
That's correct. Aside from Lindbergh, named 2 airports in San Diego County. He said the world-famous Oceanside Airport.
And by radio station.
And by radio station. Neither one counts.
Would you have counted Miramar?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
It is an airport.
That's what I thought.
I've seen airplanes over there.
Me too.
What is the name of the star killer whale who lives at SeaWorld?
Said Shamu.
That's correct. How are you doing so far, Shell? Perfect?
I missed the first one.
Who'd you say San Diego's named after?
A priest? I didn't know.
You didn't say San Diego?
No. Said a priest.
What freeway connects the 5 in Serrano Mesa? He said?
The 805.
Shelley?
805.
That's correct.
Unbelievable he got that.
What's the name of the San Diego Zoo spokeswoman who appeared numerous times on The Tonight Show? I believe he said Fran.
Fran, yes.
Shelley?
I said Joan Embry.
Joan Embry is correct. What legendary baseball player has a major parkway named after him? He said...
Petco.
Petco, the famous player who now has a stadium named after him. Shelley Dunn.
I thought you said ballpark, and I said Tony Gwynn, but of course you mean Ted Williams.
Ted Williams.
Yeah.
What was Qualcomm Stadium formerly named? He said...
Jack Murphy.
Got that.
Shelley Dunn.
Jack Murphy.
Beautiful. What food made primarily of mahi-mahi is San Diego famous for? He said...
Fish taco.
Shelley?
Fish taco.
Spell Villa de la Valle. We won't even try with Ditch's answer. Shelley Dunn.
Viadelavia.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wrong?
Yeah. It's a Valle.
Ah, that's right.
Oh.
What movie was partially shot at NAS Miramar? He said...
Top Gun.
Shelley?
Top Gun.
What is the charming Fifth Avenue downtown restaurant section known as?
Gaslamp Quarter.
Shelley Dunn?
Gaslamp Quarter.
What channel does Kathleen Bade do the news for? He said...
7.
Shelley?
NBC 739.
Channel 8.
Oh.
Yeah, goober.
Well, I watched Carol and Hal.
Kathleen Bade was here, she'd slap your face.
And I'd like that.
Oh, I would too.
Tune in just to check out her lips, what lipstick she's wearing every day.
I like that.
What major aircraft carrier has been installed as a museum here? He said...
Midway.
Shelley Dunn?
Midway.
Midway. What are the complete names of the radio team Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw? And this came with a warning. This would determine how well or poorly we would treat you. And he said...
Dave Rickards, Shelley Dunn, and Cookie Chainsaw. I don't know his last name.
Shelley Dunn, did you get that one right?
It's Dave Richards,
Thank you.
Shelley Dunn, and Cookie Chainsaw Randolph.
Or Kinshaw.
Randolph.
Can't give him that one.
I'll remember that one.
And the final question, have you masticated today? And he said...
Negative.
Nothing to eat today?
No.
No.
Well,
That's
no,
still
that's
just going to keep him.
thing, yeah.
Should go to the hospital.
And I said yes, because I did masticate earlier today.
Very good.
Yeah.
For a grand total of...
9 have 15.
Not
Wow,
bad.
that's
Not
impressive.
bad. The guy does more than half, and he's a newbie.
Yep.
Nicely done. Plus, he's got a rack in his crank. You want to see it? I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you.
No.
Hey?
I hope it all works out.
How many did you get, Shell?
I got -4, so I got 11.
Good.
Beautiful.
So you got 11?
Yeah, I should have. I screwed up on number 6, though. I should have known Ted Williams.
And Via de la Valle.
Yeah.
And you know me, I never go up to Del Mar. I get a nosebleed when I go north of the 52. And I should have known Kathleen Bade. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That's a big.
All right. How will Abramowitz do?
Not that well.
Who will be hopping around in a thong being a little servant boy?
Bravo.
Will it be the Honorable Mr. The Ditch?
Oh, no.
Or will it be Abramowitz? Abramowitz has to get 9 to tie.
Wow.
10 to win. Has he ever gotten 10?
No.
Not even collectively.
Really?
We'll find out how Abramowitz answers the call of duty. Next on KGB.
Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw all morning. Classic rock all day.
1015 KGB.
Let's get out your pens, get out your tote boards. Let's get ready to total up a big score because Abramowitz now gets his half, his turn at the Bromo Brain Bowl. You've got it on the best of Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw. This is the Weekend KGB.
I'm a naughty girl.
I want to say hi to again.
I'm not a naughty girl. I'm not. I'm not.
Yeah.
Shut up, Boyer. Stupid Boyer.
What's so stupid about it?
Oh, he makes fun of when
He just laughed.
stumble. What's that?
He just laughed.
No, he made fun of when I clear my throat, which needs to be cleared from time to time.
Time to time.
Well, I don't have a cough. Shut up, Boyer. I don't have a cough.
Hey, it's me. It's Bromo. I just want to tell you how lucky I am.
All right.
To...
Huh?
I hate that stupid thing.
I love that stupid thing.
I hate it.
Hey, Carrie, it's Bromo.
Let's see if he gets through that without coughing.
He does.
Shut up, Boyer.
Somebody just... Emily, you're...
Okay already!
Is this to the hot?
Yeah.
Hot.
All right.
You're getting me out of a zone here, man.
Let's get you back in the zone.
Yeah.
I'm going to put you on hold for 1 second, okay?
Okay.
I'm coming right back to you. Please don't move.
I won't.
Does anybody want to make a wager?
No.
Yeah, $5.
Yet.
$5 is the chainsaw. Who are you putting your money on?
The ditch.
The Ditch. Who's got $5 that says Bromo can get 9 or more?
Excuse me, the Honorable Mr. The Ditch.
Thank you. Anybody betting on Bromo?
Come on.
No.
Come on.
Been burned too many times.
All right, I'll give you 3 points.
So all he's got to
Really?
get is 6 to tie?
Right.
I might take that for 5. I'll take that for 5.
Okay, what the hell?
Okay.
Boyer, you in on that one?
Not since Shelley got in.
Okay.
You and
She
me,
took
girl.
it for me.
All right, here we go.
All right.
You ready to play?
Yeah.
All right.
Ready.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I know this town, brother. I mean, Dave, sorry.
Step brother or brother?
Step brother.
So you can make out.
You're next on the list, Dave.
Step brother.
I know this town. I've been here. I've been walking this town for 43 years, up and down the street.
You're the Wichita lineman.
Well,
Whatever.
I know this town, dude.
Okay.
From Point Loma to Spring Valley, I know it.
Hey, Carrie, it's Bromo.
Okay, all right.
Message on your cell. And
You're getting me out of the zone, man.
Sorry, man. Didn't mean to get you out of the zone, man.
Brother.
Talking about.
Okay, now listen. Ditch has agreed to the bet, by the way.
All right.
So, you're trying to win me a favor. That would be Ditch here, being our little man serving for 2 hours, okay?
That'd be kind of cool.
You're playing for me.
Okay.
Get me a favor.
All right.
Okay? Remember, you owe me $8,200. So do me a solid. Get me a favor, will you?
All right.
Otherwise, you have to do it for him.
Yeah, I know. You think I look forward to that? No.
And by the way, did you hear he's having a kidney stone?
I didn't hear that. Does it rhyme?
He's No, but I'm seeing Mike Thomas trying to work some sort of collaboration between Ditch's kidney stone and the Rolling Stones.
Oh, no.
When you hear the Rolling Stones, be caller 10, you get Ditch's stone. Yeah.
When you hear Ditch scream with that baby coming out. That's your
So
clue
you
to call.
might, between 3 and 5, you might have to help him pass his stone.
Okay.
All right, good. He agreed to it. There we go. Question number 1. Who or what is San Diego named after?
It's his dad, Don Diego.
Aside from Lindbergh, name 2 airports in San Diego County.
Palomar, one that you and I went to, and the one that the president comes to, North Island.
What is the name of the star killer whale who lives at SeaWorld?
Shamu.
What freeway connects with the 5 in Sorrento Mesa?
That's that new one, the 56.
What is the name of the San Diego Zoo spokeswoman who appeared numerous times on The Tonight Show?
Oh, crap. I could see her. That was that chick that would always come out with an ape or a gorilla.
Shelley Dunn.
Joanne Woodward.
Sorry.
Well, Paul Newman is better looking than an ape or a
What
gorilla.
legendary...
Well, I usually appear on television with you, so move along.
What legendary baseball player has a major parkway named after him?
That's a trick question. It's not Ted Williams. A park. It's Tony Gwynn, because he's got the Tony Gwynn Stadium in San Diego State. Tony Gwynn.
Okay. What was Qualcomm Stadium formerly named?
What was what?
Qualcomm Stadium.
What did it used to be Jack Murphy.
What food made primarily of mahi-mahi is San Diego famous for?
I don't know. Cat food?
Spell Via de la Valle.
VIADAYLAVIYEA. Yay.
What movie was partially shot at NAS Miramar?
Beaches, darn it.
No, somebody told me Roger Rabbit was.
What is the charming Fifth Avenue downtown restaurant section known as?
That's the gas lamp quarter.
What channel does Kathleen Bade do the news for?
Hot diggity, Channel 8.
What major aircraft carrier has been installed as a museum here?
I think that's the USS Constitution.
What are the complete names of the radio team Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw?
The complete names? I don't know any of your I don't even know any in your middle names, but it's Dave Rickards, Shelley Dunn, and Cookie Chainsaw.
And have you masticated today?
No, I haven't. No. No. I don't do that here. No. I'm busy at work. I don't do that here. Why do you always ask me that? I don't do that here.
Now, an important question.
Boyer.
Have you had any breakfast or anything today?
No, I've been busy as a bee today.
You haven't eaten a thing?
I haven't. All I'm doing is I just got gum and that's it. What? Why? I'm sorry. I haven't. I've been too busy.
It counts.
No, it does count.
I don't masticate around here. If that's what you said.
All right, let's go through his answers here.
Roger that.
Do we have the ditch on the line, or is he busy trying to knock a stone out? Or what is San Diego named after? You said
Don Diego.
That's that dude you see at Del Mar Fair.
He's on the clock tower.
Yeah, that's that dude.
San Diego is named after San Diego.
See, trick question.
Not really.
Well, who's that?
San Diego is the guy's name.
Brother. You mean it's a guy?
His name is San Diego de Alcala.
Oh, great. A guy with 4 names. Great.
I didn't know that one either.
Aside from Lindbergh, name 2 airports in San Diego County. You said?
Palomar and North Island.
Those count.
Yep.
Wow.
What's the name of the star killer whale who lives at SeaWorld?
Brother, give me a tough one there. That's Shamu.
That counts.
The world-famous Shamu. That's 2 in a row, bro.
What freeway connects with the 5 in Sorrento Mesa?
That's that new one everyone's raving about, the 56.
No, it's that old one, 805. 56 is actually up in like Del Mar.
Yeah.
Carmel Valley. Yeah.
It still connects to something.
Yeah, it sure does.
Your head.
What's the name of the San Diego Zoo spokeswoman who's always walking around with an ape on The Tonight Show? No, it's not Shelley Dunn.
Joanne Woodward.
Joanne Woodward.
She's always walking the blonde.
Joan Embry.
Joan Embry, you
What?
know.
Joan what?
Joan Embry.
Joanne Woodward's animal is Paul Newman.
What legendary baseball player has a major parkway named after him?
Tony Gwynn.
Now, this is a trick question. Everyone thinks, yeah, Ted Williams. Ted Williams. The reason why it's 56 is because that was his number when he was in baseball. Tony Gwynn has a park named after him.
What
Tony
about a
Gwynn?
parkway?
Tony Gwynn Stadium.
A parkway.
It's Ted Williams Parkway. That would be the major parkway named after Ed Williams.
Well, I thought you were trying to juke me again.
Yes.
And he was
But you
number
were right
nine.
about number 56.
He's number 9.
Close.
That's his freeway, dude. That was his number
Right.
in baseball.
Even though Chainsaw just told you he was number 9.
Chainsaw, what's 9 times 7?
56.
63.
Oh, it is.
What's 9 times 6?
45. I'm trying to help you
54.
out. 60. No, you were right the first time, and I'm an a-hole. It's 56.
Okay, so if he wore that shirt 7 times,
That's right.
his number is 56. Thank you.
Good job. My bad.
What was Qualcomm Stadium named formerly?
Jack Murphy.
Correct. You are correct.
Thank you.
What food made primarily of mahi-mahi is San Diego famous for?
I don't know.
Cat food.
Well, what do you think? Mahi's a fish.
Yeah.
Fish tacos,
Fish
you
taco, you
numbnuts.
dope.
Hello.
That didn't start here. It started in Mexico.
We said, what is San Diego famous for? We didn't say it started
Anybody
here.
who moves here is like, oh, a fish taco? That's weird. I've never seen that anyplace else before.
Spell Via de la Never mind.
Don't even just move along.
What movie was partially shot at NAS Miramar? You said
Somebody told me they filmed a scene at a Roger Rabbit down at Miramar.
The cartoon?
Well, I've never seen the movie.
I
don't
haven't
know.
either, but I know it's a cartoon.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's both. It's live and it's cartoon.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. And I don't know if Miramar had Roger Rabbit shot at it, but most San Diegans might be inclined to answer Top Gun.
No, it was. Where? Oh, the airplane scenes.
Yeah.
All right. That's right. He flew a plane. Yeah, okay. I didn't. All right.
There are a couple of planes in that one. And the school is called Top Gun School.
Fighter Town, USA.
I drew a blank there.
Should be a familiar feeling. What is the charming Fifth Avenue downtown restaurant section known as?
That's the gas lamp quarter.
That's correct.
See?
What channel does Kathleen Bade do the news for?
Like any guy wouldn't know this one. Channel 8.
You got it.
Yeah?
What major aircraft carrier has been installed as a museum here? You said?
There's many of them, but the USS Constitution.
There's many of them?
Well, there's more than one of them hanging out downtown.
How about the Midway?
That's the only one that's a museum.
That too.
What are the complete names of the radio team? Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw. He said?
Dave Rickards, Shelley Dunn, and Cookie Chainsaw.
Randolph.
I got most of it right. Sorry.
He didn't get your name right, Chainsaw.
Sorry, Mr.
Kind of like how Mr. The Honorable The Ditch didn't get your name
the
right.
exact same things that Ditch said.
Sorry, Mr.
He didn't get your name right.
I know.
I was a little flummoxed, that's all.
How horrible for the Randolph family, your children, your wife.
The kids with no name.
Right.
They are children to be named later.
Nice.
I'll send them a sorry card. Sorry.
How will you address it?
And by the way,
It won't get to me.
and by the way, we have had like 5 tries at getting what 9 times 7 and 9 times 6 is. Okay. 9 times 6 is 54. 9 times 7 is 63.
Right.
9 times nothing is 56. So we never got that one right.
We were complete idiots.
Just don't
in
ask us to
every
do
way.
math, okay?
Right.
If you ask us to do math, it's your own fault. Don't ask us to do math.
But 56 was Ted Williams' number when he played baseball, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or 9.
And the final question was, have you masticated today?
No, of course not. Why do you always ask me that question?
Because he's been home boning his knees. He
No.
doesn't need to.
Right.
By the way, 8 times 7 is 56.
Yeah, but 9 times 7 is not.
I know, but
9 times nothing is 56. So, for a grand total of how with him getting the last one wrong.
Raw score, Abramowitz? 5.
Get bent, Boyer. Get bent.
Adjusted score for the Shelley bet.
He needed to get 6.
But now the last one,
Right.
I think he got right.
He chewed gum.
He consumed.
Oh.
He
Is it only
consumed.
the act of chewing?
What's gum got to do with
Well,
that?
the point can be made that there is.
I mean, there was no swallowing.
Sure, there is.
There's debris from the gum that does go down the esophagus, David.
All right,
Yes.
I'll give you my damn $5 if you'll just shut up.
Wow. Gracious in defeat.
Shut up, Boyer.
Hey, you don't have to swallow to do it.
I was hoping he'd give me a better game than that one.
The hell does chewing gum got to do with
I don't know. How many did you get
Don't
right?
worry,
5?
you're
Yeah. 5.
And how long have you lived here?
43 years?
I've been walking these streets, brother.
I have been. From Point Loma to Spring Valley,
Just
dude.
me and my 6-gun,
Yeah,
brother.
get a car.
Wow, you know what? I could just hear Bruce Springsteen singing My Hometown.
I'm hearing. Oh, yo, yo. Wah, wah, wah.
I've shankled these streets for 43
You've what?
years.
What have you done?
Shankled?
You know,
No, I don't.
Shankled.
What do you do when you shankle?
you know, like
I know you haven't masticated today, but have you shankled today?
you know, like a Western gunslinger when he walks down the street.
I'd like to see that look.
Is that Chris Schenkel?
You're going to get to show it today with the ditch when you're wearing a thong, because he got 9 right.
Yeah.
He got 9 right.
9, 6 boy.
He's lived here for days.
He was probably in front of a computer. He probably typed.
You've been shankling here for 43 years, and you got 1/3 of them right.
I might shankle this weekend. That sounds kind of fun.
trick questions. That's all.
Trick questions, that's all. Just wait till next time, Bromo.
Yeah.
Just wait till next time. In the meantime, you be ready to be the Honorable Mr. The Ditch's thong-clad servant today and help him pass that kidney stone. Stone catcher. This is KGB.
Just want to serve my country, be the best fighter pilot in Navy, sir. Don't screw around with me, Maverick. You're a hell of an instinctive pilot. Maybe too good. I'd like to bust your butt, but I can't. I got another problem here. I got to send somebody from this squadron to Miramar. I got to do something here. I still can't believe it. I got to give you your dream shot. I'm going to send you up against the best. You two characters are going to Top Gun.
I feel the need for speed.
Gentlemen, this is Hawk 19. Multiple aircraft, multiple bogies.
Rock and roll! Here's our chance. It's a big one, Goose.
That was some of the best flying I've seen yet. Right up to the part where you guys killed.
Gentlemen, this is the real thing. This is what you've been trained for. You are America's best.
Voodoo 1, you've got a pair of bogies. 12 o'clock. 15 miles.
Voodoo 1. Maverick Supersonic, I'll be there in 30 seconds.
Got you jumping off the deck, shoveling the overdrive.
Hurry, brake left, brake left! Got 2 MiGs dead ahead. Maverick, we're gonna be coming around on our tail. We gotta get out of here. I can't leave ice.
Never say hello to you until you get it on the red line. No. You never know what you can do until you get it on the line. Until you can go.
Maverick, move! There's a MiG on your tail. There's a MiG on your tail. We've got a problem here. We've only got 1 missile left. What are you doing? You're slowing down. You're slowing down. I'm bringing the MiG closer, Merlin. You're gonna do what? This is it, Maverick. I'm gonna hit the brakes. He'll fly right by. I got it. Good luck. Firing. Woo! Splash forward.
Traveling on the edge, it's always where I burn to be.
Hey, Goose, you big stud!
Further on the edge, the hotter the intensity.
Take me to bed or lose me forever.
Highway to the danger zone. I'm gonna take it right into the danger zone. Highway to the danger zone. Right into the danger zone.
They gave you your choice of duty, son. Anything, anywhere. Where do you think you want to go?
I thought of being an instructor.
Top Gun?
Yes, sir.
God help us.
Highway to the danger zone. I'm gonna take it right into the
time to bust the tower.
Engage.
Radio.
Turn up the volume on your receiver. Turn up. As high as it can go. We are part of a proud tradition.
Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw.
We'll be right back.
Chainsaw, Dave, and Shelley.
We'll be right back.
1015 KGB FM San Diego, the best of Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw, wrapping it up, putting it in a box, and closing the lid. This is the Weekend KGB. It's Boyer in the big chair checking out the Honorable Mr. The Ditch broadcast live coming up in minutes from Section D2 of Qualcomm Stadium. Pop on over, say hi, meet The Ditch, get free food, and your free KGB Down the Jets sign. If you get into the stadium and get on national TV with one of our signs or make your own, we'll give you $101. Now, if you got shut out on tickets, pop on over to the bullpen. The game starts when the broadcast wraps up. Mike Thomas will host the KGB Chargers playoff viewing party at the bullpen. Come on in and watch the game. It's all part of the Weekend KGB. Bullpen, Claremont Mesa Boulevard, next to Cheetahs. It is east of Mercury.